Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's game.
Welcome to the Samwelb B12 experience,
where we have you covered for all the NHL action, play-by-play, news, and more. Make sure to subscribe today.
The Newfoundland.
Holy mackerel, you can't
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome in. It is late night, 10 o'clock Eastern, and we are kicking this one off as the Leafs are out west in Arizona. Hometown Matthews and Matthew Knies, the hometown boys, returning in front of a crowd of about 5,000 people. That's all that can fit in Mullet Arena down in Arizona. It's going to be a doozy. Leo, what's going on? 3 a.m. My goodness, Leo, thank you for staying up with us here tonight. Mark, what's going on? Welcome in. Morgan, hello there. Onyx, what's up? Hayden, Jordan, good to see ya. I can prep. Mark, what's going on? Guaranteeing the big 5-0 tonight. Theo, Sam Eagle, I'm with you there, buddy. I am with you there, but welcome in. Lucas, good to see everybody here late. Crazy Canuck, what's going on? Welcome to the show. JDA, of course, Davey Boy, Hayden. If I've got you once, I'll get you again. Beverly, Various, welcome in. All right, let's jump right in because there's so much to talk about. B. Disney, what's going on? Welcome to this late night adventure. Mark, hello there. All right, let's get to the Leafs lines because looks like Sheldon Keefe finally listened to me yet again. Jonesy, what's going on? Here it is. Matthew Knies, Austin Matthews, and Mitch Marner going to be your starting lineup. We got Tyler Bertuzzi, William Nylander, centered by Max Domi. That's right, Max Domi playing second line center. John Tavares, like we've been calling for, JT drops down to the third line. We got Bobby Mack, Nick Robertson, and John Tavares. On the fourth line, Pontus Holmberg is with David Kempf and Noah Gregor. Ryan Reeves, the healthy scratch tonight. On the D side, TJ Brody is with Timothy Liljegren. Simon Benoit and Jake McCabe are together. Marshall Rafai gets his encore performance. He's in tonight again with Max Lejoie and Ilya Samsonov getting the start between the pipes for the Maple Leafs. Calle Yarncroc still out with that broken knuckles. Connor Timmins with his mono, and Lagesson with the upper body injury. So a couple injuries there. The Leafs still battling through. Chris, welcome in. Thanks for joining us here tonight. For the Coyotes, I'm not even going to pretend to howl. Clayton Kellers with Logan Cooley and Dylan Kunther. Matthias McKelly with Nick Bugstad and Lawson Cruz. We got ex-Maple Leaf Alex Kerfoot with Barrett Hayton and Nick Schmaltz. Michael Carcone with Jake McBain and Jason Zucker. On the D side, JJ Mosers with Matt Dumba. Sean Dursey with Michael Kersling. And Huso Valmiki with Josh Brown. And Karl Vijmelka is getting the start tonight. Travis Dermott is a healthy scratch. And could a couple of these Arizona Coyote defensemen be on their way to Toronto sometime soon in Matt Dumba and Sean Dursey? They are targets. We'll have to see what's happening. Mr. Snow, welcome in. Good to see you. Dallas, what's up? Rick, hello there. Good evening, one and all. Tonight, it is Austin Matthews watch. That's right. Matthews could pot 50 goals tonight. He's not going to score 50 goals tonight, but he'll get number 50 here tonight in his hometown. And we got all kinds of Austin Matthews stats to throw at you tonight. Some pretty darn incredible things. Also, big news, big announcement we're going to be making during the first period tonight, our 10K giveaway. We're going to be announcing what that giveaway is. The 10K countdown is on. We're 189 subscribers away. And how it's going to work, we're going to make the announcement today, what it is, and then when we get to the 100 marker, so when we're at 9,900, we're going to open the contest to enter. So there were 89 subscribers away from opening that contest, but we're going to announce today what it is. So make sure you stick around. You are not going to want to miss it. I guarantee it. All right. Lots to talk about in terms of Austin Matthews stats. Where do we even begin? First of all, Matthews, born in San Ramon, California, but he grew up and learned to play in Scottsdale, Arizona. Okay, Matthews is 3-1. He's got 4 points in 6 games when facing the Coyotes on the road. let's not forget about Matthew Knies. Matthew Knies was born in Phoenix and has often found himself on Matthews' line this season. Knies has assisted on 7 of Matthews' 49 goals to date. Matthew Knies can become the 6th different Arizona-born player to score a goal against the Coyotes in Arizona. The others, Sean Couturier, Mark Kraslik, Tage Thompson, Matty Tkachuk, and Brady Tkachuk. And let's not forget about Clayton Keller. Clayton Keller is 2 goals shy of tying Radim Verbata for 8th on the all-time franchise goal list. So a couple milestones that can be hit tonight. Andrew, what's going on? Welcome in. They're getting the anthems ready, and then we're going to get going with this game. But let me throw a couple more stats at you. Oh, and by the way, as you're coming in, hit that thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up button. Help us out with that. And, of course, hit that subscribe as well. All right, here it is, some Austin Matthews stats. Matthews will have a shot at becoming the first player to reach the 50-goal mark this season. If Matthews does that, he will become the first active player to reach 50 goals in 55 games or fewer. Connor McDavid last did it in 61 games in 22-23. So Matthews can best the Connor McDavid marker set last year. Darkness coming in with that subscribe. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Now, Matthews already holds the mark for the fewest games to 50 by a U.S.-born player. We talked about this last time. Kevin Stevens did it in 62 games. So if Matthews does it tonight, he will do that in fewer games and become the first U.S.-born player to do it, which is pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. Now, Matthews also is set to become the 4th active player to post multiple 50-goal campaigns where he would join Alex Ovechkin, Leon Draisaitl, and Steven Stamkos. That's some pretty darn good company. Would like to sleep. What's going on? Welcome in. My week has been great. Thank you. Hope your week has been well. Now, a few other stats about Austin Matthews while they're doing the anthems. Matthews can join Rick Vive as the 2nd player to record multiple 50-goal seasons with the Maple Leafs. Matthews ranks 4th in Maple Leafs history with 348 goals in 534 games played. He's just 73 goals away from passing Matt Sundin on 1st on the all-time list. Now, the 3 players ahead of him, it all took them 800-plus games with the franchise to do it. So Matthews is going to eclipse them by a long shot. Now, good question, Dallas, talking about Wayne Gretzky. Matthews has recorded a franchise record 6 hat tricks this season. He's 4 shy of the single-season NHL record, which was done twice by Wayne Gretzky. So 10 hat tricks in a season. Wayne Gretzky did it twice. Matthews, 4 hat tricks away. 10 hat tricks in a season. That seems insane. Can Matthews pull out a couple more hat tricks to tie Wayne Gretzky? I mean, that seems like a record that is going to be real tough to beat. Brian, what's going on? Welcome in. Nick, hello there. Good to see you. Taylor, welcome in. Curtis Joseph, welcome in. Daryl, what's going on? Welcome in, everyone. All right, we'll have a couple more stats to go throughout the game. We're getting set for this puck drop. Again, it's a very small stadium, 5,000 people total. And apparently Matthew Knies has about 3/4 of those people. He's got about 60 people there, and it's a pretty big crowd for Matthew Knies. Roger, what's going on? Welcome in, coming in from out east. It's got to be late for you as well. So this is going to be a good one. Again, great job. Thank you so much hitting those likes as you're coming in. Much appreciated. We're going to go to the boys in the booth momentarily, and then this game is going to be kicking off. Matthews, Knies, looking to get it done. We are repping the Matthew Knies jersey today. So let's go to the boys in the booth and get this game started.
Gate Systems, Canada's top choice for automatic doors and security gates, security fencing, and bollards. Because security can only be measured by what will save you. Ilya Samsonov, 12-4-6 for the Leafs. 1-0-1 lifetime against the Arizona Coyotes against Karl Vejmelka, who is 3-0-0 against the Leafs as the puck is dropped, and 6-14-2 this year. But he has played well against Toronto as it's played down into the Arizona end of the rink. Mullet Arena on the campus of Arizona State University. Brought in over the line by Machelli, and a shot went wide of the net as it bounces to the left wing side. Matthew Knies, first time back in his hometown, or home state, if you will. And Austin Matthews trying to make a little history. The pass goes across the goal crease from Domi and just failed to be redirected there. Played out at center ice. Brought in over the line and flipped towards the front of the goal on a nice play by Bertuzzi. But that was redirected into the corner. Coyotes get it down into the Leaf zone. The Leafs are 4-0 without Morgan Riley. And the Coyotes are in the throes of a horrific losing streak. 0-9-1. This means absolutely nothing.
Nope, you're a Leaf fan and you say, we've won 4 in a row, they've lost 10.
Here's Nylander in with a pass, and it was redirected at the last second by Josh Brown.
Your first thought is, oh no.
Oh no, exactly. Brought in over the line by Barrett Hayton. A pass to the side of the goal. Down is Samsonov, and the puck comes back to the blue line. Trapped there, and Vejmelka with a shot that was blocked, and it's rung around the boards back of the Toronto goal, slowed up by the Leaf netminder. TJ Brodie playing it off into the right wing side, and a lead pass gets ahead at center for Bobby McMahon. A pass across to the far side didn't work. Lilligren keeping it in at the point to Brodie. Brodie with a pass in front, they score! Rocket McMahon again! What a hot streak he's on, and the Leafs have a 1-0 lead. Rocket Man!
When it all started, it was a game at home against St. Louis. He wasn't supposed to be in the lineup. But because of illness, got in 3 that night. Then 2. 1 and another one here to open the scoring. TJ Brodie really makes the play. Left wing boards, looks up, and McMahon takes off to the far post. Brodie put it on his tape, and the redirection has the Leafs up 1-0. Just a minute 56 into this game.
Shot down into the Arizona end of the rink. Brought back by the Coyotes. Banked in over the line and into the zone by Jason Zucker. The Leafs around back at the net. Unable to get free there was Lajoie. The puck comes on the boards, chipped to the blue line, and it'll be feathered to the line, but Gregor couldn't come up with it. Now David Camp works it down the boards and gets it into the corner. 9th of the season for Bobby McMahon. And what a roll he is on. As we get an icing call here against Arizona.
I mean, you know, there's so much talk about getting depth scoring and scoring from your bottom 6, and it's really been a fluke. You know, and you'll remember that game last year in Detroit where he looked like he scored his first NHL goal off the face-off. It was called back. And who would have guessed that McMahon would go on this run here? But when you're looking at the postseason and you're looking for secondary scoring, sometimes you find one by accident, and McMahon might be that.
Played into the corner by the Leafs off the face-off, cut off by Bukestad. Leafs get to it again. A centering feed by Marner went back at the net this time. Matthews getting it back to the point. Nice spin move there by McCabe. Got down into the corner, chipping it behind the net for Knies. Knies reverses it into the far corner. McCabe is still down there. Plays it around on the boards, and it'll find Marner. Marner cycles it back along on the near side. Matthews, a great steal. Centering pass, Marner. Marner going wide in front of the net for Matthews, and a penalty coming. A slash is detected. Jake Brink and Brandon Schrader are the referees. Matt McPherson and Brandon Garlitz are the linesmen tonight.
Yes. Thanks to a great stretch for the Leafs, they're number 2 in the NHL in power play proficiency in their last 8 games, 11 for 20. included in that was a 4-for-5 game on the power play in the game against Anaheim. It looks like it was Mitch Marner was the one that was able to draw this flash. Power play goes to work.
Carconi in the penalty box. Leafs on the power play. Nylander centering pass. Chipped wide of the net by Matthews and comes back to the blue line. Just kept in nicely there by Liljegren. Now to Liljegren again. Back in Nylander down low. Centering feed by Marner didn't connect. Marner back of the goal. Coming out in front. He was tripped up. Could have easily been another penalty there, but it is shot down the ice now by Arizona. Leafs are 12 of 20 in their last 8 games. That is red hot. Matthews to the line. Flipped in on the right wing side. Marner, a pass in front of the net and jam play. Still free. And it's knocked to the near boards as Matthews was on the doorstep. Marner in front for Matthews. And he got a one-timer away and centered in front. And it's knocked away by Velmelka. And cleared out and down the ice. The big guy is coming close to number 50 in his hometown, or home state. Drop pass in the second unit on for Toronto. Domi to the left wing side for Tavares. Tavares to Domi. Domi looking for Tavares in front. Couldn't get it to him. Robertson gets it back to the blue line. Fed off on the near side. Robertson with it again. Top of the circle down low. It goes to the far wing. The Leafs get it back to the point once more for Lajoie. One-timer coming from Domi. Next up, rebound, scores, Robertson. A quick 2-0 lead for the Maple Leafs.
Yeah, baby.
And despite all the pressure, the Leafs have only had 3 shots on goal. But a fortunate bounce off the backboards. Lands right onto the stick. And I don't know if this was deliberate or not. It's either a horrible attempt at a shot or it's a perfectly placed carom. As it was Max Domi let it go. And Joe, that had to miss the net by about 10 feet on the short side. Hits the boards, comes right back out the other side. It looks like they might be looking at this.
Play is offside prior to the goal.
All right, well, they're going to take a look at this. On the entry,
Robertson, it would be just the second goal in the last 10 games.
head coach Andre Tournier of the Coyotes asking for a review, and the linesman will take a look at it.
I know it's early, but if the goal stands and you find yourself short again.
I hate to say it after seeing the replay. I think this is coming back.
I guess if you're Tournier, you're saying we can't afford to get down 2-0. Oh, it's going to be offside.
Yep. Lajoie slid in early.
And Nick Robertson trying to look at the replay up on the scoreboard, but I don't think this is going to take too long.
No, this is obviously
After
offside.
further review, it was determined that the play was offsides. We have no goal on the play.
This could be a problem.
Clock to 15:41.
So the Leafs remain on the power play, but it is an offside call at the blue line. Lajoie kind of sifted in just a half a stride and was really not even part of the rush, was he?
And you know, you do have to be sharper there because, number one, you're the defenseman. You're not going to be leading the rush from the power play.
No.
And he got over. He's about 2 feet offside, middle of the ice.
Yep.
But that does allow Sheldon Keefe to throw out another unit with Austin Matthews out. He's got Nylander on his right side, Bertuzzi on his left.
50 seconds left in the power play.
And Liljegren on the left point, Mitch Marner over on the right.
Backhanded high and out and down the ice, and the Leafs will go back into their own zone. Liljegren turning. First unit back on for the Maple Leafs. Pass Bertuzzi to Matthews. Works to the line and in. Dropped it back, and it was knocked out at center ice. Leafs have to go back to it, and now here's Bertuzzi. Slipping in for Matthews. Saucer pass in for Marner. Curls at the half board, still with it. Marner back to the blue line for Nylander. Nylander holds, middle of the ice. Down low, a pass across. Didn't work from Marner. Far side for Matthews. Back to the blue line again. Got it back from Liljegren. Shot in front, they score! Bertuzzi in front of
50 goals. 50 goals. Austin Matthews, 50 goals. Let's see it, AM34. Flood that chat. Yeah, Matthews.
And he may downplay it, but I'm sure very sweet to get number 50 in Arizona. Mitch Marner tried him a couple of times for a one-timer. And Matthews, we've seen the big slapper, but we've seen this on a regular basis. The look off, gets the puck at a tough angle, looks back towards the middle, and then seemingly blindly throws it to the net.
Wow,
and you know, Vejmelka was cheating
here.
He's just not expecting it. And I mean, we've seen Matthews do this. But for the second time in his career, Austin Matthews has hit the 50-goal mark. And we got a lot of time left.
His parents in attendance. The goal comes at 5:01. It's a power play marker for Austin Matthews. And goal number 50 is in the books. Second time 50 goal scorer. Rick Vive, the club record with 3.
Well, if Matthews scores 100, that's technically 2 50-goal seasons in one, right?
Well, you're really asking for a lot the rest of this season, aren't you? You know what? Why not? Hey, he's good. Why wouldn't he score 100? Yeah,
well,
exactly.
I am not one of the brilliant ones that said Matthews would score 50 by before March.
Yeah. Well, he has done that. There, the puck down in the Arizona corner again. Now Tavares trying to dig it free. Knocked back along the boards, and it'll be launched high to center ice. Whoa, stepping on the puck almost with Benoit.
Let's go.
Schmaltz to get in over the line, but the Leafs are going to be able to knock it out into the center ice area. It is the Leafs' 55th game of the season, and Austin Matthews has 50 in that span. Unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. Liljegren and Marner assisting on the goal, as has been his want. And his setup man, Marner, has been a piece of a lot of these goals that Matthews has scored since coming to Toronto. Flip back down into Arizona territory. Dumba going around back of the net. So the Leafs have a goal called back. And on the subsequent extra time allowed on the power play, they end up scoring anyway. And have had just 3 shots on goal.
Really what happened with the delay, they were able to get Matthews back on the ice.
Exactly. Now here's McKelly trying to drive the net. And a good sprawling save made by Samsonov. Puck in the corner. In front of the net and a shot. Another shot rebound. Down to Samsonov. Where's the puck? It bounces high in the air. Another drive. That's blocked. Samsonov thought he had it underneath his glove, but it was on around back of the net. Pass into the slot area is going to be knocked out into the center ice area.
Boy, nothing to start the game, and now Ilya Samsonov back-to-back difficult stops from about 15 feet out.
Brought in over the line by Bukestad. That rolled off his stick. And the Maple Leafs start out with it. And brought on to center ice by David Camp. Camp to the line and in. Camp trying to flip it off from the wing and a shot, and Vejmelka made a save on the short side. Kept in by Toronto in front of the goal, and unable to get a shot away was Noah Gregor. Ryan Reeves, a healthy scratch tonight. Morgan Riley will rejoin the lineup tomorrow when they tangle with the Knights, the Golden Knights in Vegas. Down into the Toronto zone. Good hit on the boards there, but it is grabbed off by Pontus Holmberg, who gets it into the corner, and the Leafs break it out at center ice. Flipped ahead by Rafai, and on the left wing it is shot in for Tavares. Tavares hustling back of the net, unable to poke it to himself back of the goal. And Kesselring starting out with it is knocked down on the play, and the puck's still free. Tavares couldn't get to it. Now grabbed off on the short side. Tavares trying to lay it back for his winger, and McMahon couldn't get a stick on it. Played around back of the net. John Dursey, the Mississauga native, gets it out at center ice. Played in on the right side for Kesselring. Long shot. Pad save. Big rebound, though. Schmaltz trying to free it up to the point. Extra wide. Good save again by Samsonov. Loose puck in front of the Leaf goal. Diving to get it out is McMahon. And it'll come to center ice.
Well, Arizona very nearly scores the same way Nick Robertson scored on the carom off the backboards. I mean, those are live boards, aren't they? Anything down, missing the net, seems to rocket right back out into the slot.
Walk to center ice and in over the line. Walter gets it into the corner. Liljegren got it freed up. Brody is able to extricate the pass, and Knies works through center ice. Missed a hit there. Got down into the corner after it. It comes around the boards to the near side. Benoit pinches. Leafs are able to keep it in. Down into the corner for Marner. Marner around back of the net. Still with it. Marner looking in front of the goal. Matthews was there, but it bounced away, and it is cleared by Arizona center. Austin Matthews with his 50th goal of the season.
All right, they are going to a commercial break. Holy moly. You just heard it. Austin Matthews, 50 goals on the year. What an incredible year for him. To do it at home is absolutely wicked and wild. Ryan, what's going on? Welcome in. Go Yotes. Go Yotes. Ladies and gentlemen, it's that time. Well, you know what? Let's save it to the next break. Make sure you hit that like button. We're almost at 100. And of course, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe. At the next commercial break, we are going to announce our 10K giveaway. And you're probably thinking to yourself, Sam, you're not quite there yet. And that's right. We're going to announce it today. We're going to talk about it all week. And when we get to 9,900 subscribers, we're going to open up that giveaway so everyone will be able to enter. Then when we hit that 10K, we're going to do a draw and we're going to announce the winner. We're going to announce the grand prize here today at the next commercial break. So thank you guys so much for all your support. This has been absolutely incredible, and there's so much more to come. We're going to have a lot of fun. We're going to give away something real big, and we're probably going to do it real soon. So hit that subscribe, hit that like, and welcome to our community. And by the way, if you're brand new here, you're earning points just for hanging out. Even if you don't come in the chat, you're getting points. You can check your points at any time by doing !points in the chat. And then you can see all the redemption commands there the Streamlabs bot put in. That's how people are putting Leaf graphics and Arizona graphics and everything up on the screen. It's all with your points. Have any questions? Ask it in the chat. We'll be happy to answer them. So thank you for supporting our channel. Thank you for being here. Go Leafs go. Let's go Matthews. Keep running it up. Back to the boys in the booth.
Roster have given them a 2-0 lead. Never mind 50 goals. How about Bobby McMahon coming up with another one here in Arizona? And it's 2-0.
Watching some highlights of how many times Matthews has done that look-away slider between the legs.
Centering pass, shot wide of the Arizona goal, goes around back of the net. Bukestad trying to play it up on the wall, and it's knocked back down deeper into Arizona territory. Velmelka out of the goal to play it into the near corner. Domi is able to block it, centering pass for Nylander. Big save, the rebound in front of the net was just knocked wide of the goal.
The most noticeable thing about the early going is the Leafs have outworked Arizona, and that has usually been their kryptonite against teams that have been out of the playoffs.
Played ahead at center, but it's an errant pass that has gone the length of the ice. One of the things, when Morgan Riley comes back, which is tomorrow night, one of the things that is going to be a difficult decision for the coaching staff is, should we leave TJ Brody on the left side, or does he become the left-handed shot playing the right side with Morgan Riley?
And we were talking about it during the commercial break. I mean, the difference is night and day with TJ Brody playing the left side.
Kessel ring shot steered wide of the Leaf goal by Samsonov. Walking the line, the Coyotes keep the puck in but turn it over, and the Leafs launch it high to center ice, and Nylander is racing after it, but he's not going to get there, but icing waved off anyway.
Not sure why Nylander pulled up on that.
Yeah, it seemed kind of strange. I think he thought that there was no chance, but at any rate, puck down in the offensive zone, pass into the slot area is knocked away, and the Coyotes are going to break it out at center ice. I'll flip it deep into the Toronto end. Back to the point it comes. Near side now for Dumba. His shot went wide of the goal. Puck in around back of the net. Trying to come out with it. Cooley gets it into the corner. Schmaltz tried to work back of the net. Had it taken away, and the Leafs are going to push it ahead. And Marner turns back into his own zone. Now he's going to circle back of the goal. Now trying to outskate the forecheck, and does as he comes to the line and flips it in. Camp unable to come up with it in behind the Arizona goal. Leafs have got their change completed. Coyotes get it back in over the line. Around back of the net, trying to come out in front of the goal was Hayton. That comes into the slot area, and it's going to be covered up there by Samsonov with some shoving at the side of the goal. Nothing more to report than a face-off coming in the Toronto end.
National Hockey League and the Arizona Coyotes are committed to ensuring a safe, respectful...
Willie Nylander scared the bejippers out of one of the Coyotes as if there was going to be some heavy-duty action. At any rate, you're listening to Molson.
All right, they're going to commercial break. 2-0 Maple Leafs. Austin Matthews hit his 50th. By the way, we are 3 likes away from 100 likes, so thank you so much. All right, it's time. Are you ready? The grand prize for our 10K giveaway, which we're going to be doing very, very soon. We are giving away a pair of tickets to see the Toronto Maple Leafs at the Scotiabank Arena in absolutely incredible, incredible seats. That's right. If you are in the Toronto area or around the Toronto area or willing to travel to the Toronto area, you will be eligible to win. All you have to do is be a supporter of the channel by hitting that subscribe, and you will be able to win 2 tickets to a Toronto Maple Leaf game coming up in a couple of weeks. Now, you're wondering where these seats are. I'm not going to give away those details yet, but I'll tell you, every time we have streamed from the Scotiabank Arena, we've been sitting in those seats, so you have seen that view before. So I guarantee you no other channel is doing it. We are giving away a pair of Toronto Maple Leaf tickets to the Scotiabank Arena. More information to come, but hit that subscribe. We're going to open up the website to take entries when we hit 9,900 subscribers. So we're getting closer. 82 away. Hit that subscribe. Thank you all. More details to come, but again, we are giving away tickets to a Maple Leaf game. Tell your friends. It's going to be awesome. Back to the booth.
It took Austin Matthews a few more games to score 50 the first time, but in his 54th game this season, the Maple Leafs sniper has hit the half-century mark with a goal on the power play to give the Leafs a 2-0 lead here in the first period.
You think he's getting better?
Well, you know, maturity, eh? I like to look at it that way, I think.
Well, when you start getting these goal totals mixed up with the likes of Mario Lemieux, Alex McGillney, and Brett Hall,
I think you realize how special he is. Here's Pontus Holmberg dropping it back, and a shot. Donelka down, and with Camp right on the doorstep. A shot from Gregor was swallowed up and held for a faceoff.
with the record of the Leafs without Morgan Riley in the lineup 2 years ago when he had that extended stay on the injured list, Morgan Riley came back in a game against Arizona. The Leafs lost it 2-1. So this time, they should start wondering, oh no, what if he comes back tonight? And it's bad luck again. And as much as you want him in the lineup, it's nice to have him rested in the first of back-to-backs when you get Vegas tomorrow night.
Down the boards, McCabe barges it around back of the net. McMahon couldn't come up with it. Launched high to center ice and down into the Leaf end. Lajoie plays it up the boards, but it doesn't clear. Now back to the point. Coyotes to the near side. Dumba returns the favor. Now in the slot. Keller with a shot that was blocked. The rebound goes wide of the net. Another big bounce off the inboards. Kept alive and now broken up by the Leafs and just pushed out at center ice by Nylander. Brought back into the Toronto zone. 6:37 to play in the first period. 2-0 Toronto. Matthews and Marner again in over the line. Shot goes well wide of the goal, but Matthews chasing after the loose puck. Comes away with it on the right wing side. Back to Marner. Marner to the right wing side. Matthews looking for a return pass. Delayed penalty coming here against Arizona. Shot taken, and it's gone wide. Down into the corner deep now with it is Rafai. Back to the blue line to Matthews. Return to Rafai, now to the point to Nylander. Nylander down into the corner. Looking back for a return pass. Nylander got the shot away, and Vejmelka saw that through a maze with Knies in front of the net to cover up on it. And a second power play opportunity coming to the Maple Leafs.
The Arizona coaching staff is too thrilled with the call.
Too many men on the ice.
Oh, and it's going to be a too many men on the ice call against Arizona. And Tournier not thrilled in behind the Arizona Coyotes bench. If the Leafs could have held on to it, Joe, with 3 more seconds.
They'd have got the TV timeout, right?
They would have the commercial break to rest up the number 1 unit, which was on the ice. However,
instead, they'll just leave them out there. You know what? You should stop coaching and just worry about the time.
I should do something.
I like a coffee, maybe a little double-double would be.
Sure, right on.
Yeah, maybe a Danish.
Not going all the way over there to get there.
He's off to the right of the Arizona zone, and a high stick comes up.
Right off the face-off, accidental. And it might be Matt Dumba, might be the Arizona player that got the stick up on Mitch Marner. And Marner looks like he might be leaking a little bit.
Well, he's trying to.
Arizona, number 24, double minor.
Oh, it is a double minor.
Yeah,
okay,
I mean,
he is leaking.
This is just a careless. And you can see Dumba's reaction right away. It was like an apology. Grabbed onto Marner's arm. So no malice at all in this. And Marner is over. He's got some gauze held to his mouth over on the Leaf bench. Boucher. Let me get some last minute instructions here.
So the Leafs have a big time opportunity here, and Marner, you know, is trying to make sure, can I go back on for the power play? Mouth feels fine.
I mean, a 5-on-3 for a minute 58. And then I'm sure Sheldon Keefe is saying, who have I got that's hot? How about Bobby McMahon?
Yes. So cut lip for Marner, and the Arizona Coyotes are able to clear it past Nylander down the ice.
And it's Matthew Knies that is out to replace Mitch Marner on this. Actually, they've also got
Matthews to the line to Tavares. Tavares dropping it back. Oh, there's Marner. He's back on. Back to the point. It goes to Matthews, to Nylander, to Matthews. Doesn't shoot it. Marner gets it down low. Coming to the front of the net. And he shot it off the side of the goal post. Back to the point. A shot by Nylander is blocked. Matthews with it. To Marner. Cross ice. Willie. Nylander down low. Back in front for Matthews. Didn't reach him as it was partially deflected. Matthews again to Marner in the near corner. Works back out into the slot. Now exchanging spots with Nylander. Winds and shoots. A rebound. Tavares at the side of the goal. Couldn't chip it by the goalkeeper. Tavares gets to a loose puck. Near side and back to the blue line to Willie. Nylander middle of the ice down low. A centering pass in front. Domi couldn't redirect. Matthews with it. Matthews to Nylander again. Nylander still with it down low and centering pass. That was chipped wide of the net by Tavares. Marner once more to Tavares. Now to Nylander, a shot. That's blocked. Marner gets it freed up for Matthews. What a power play this is. It's all around the Arizona goal. Back to Matthews. One-timer went this wide. Centered in front for Marner. Scores! Nylander in front of the net. Jams it home. And there is still time in the second power play. And the Maple Leafs, in their fifth two-man advantage this year, have their third goal.
You do nothing but feel sorry for the Arizona goaltender.
Yeah.
Vejmelka through this whole thing. I mean, this would be a nightmare, wouldn't it? A 5-on-3 and one chance after another, and it's finished off by Mitch Marner, who could have taken it to the net, but instead makes a little toe drag around former teammate Alex Kerfoot and then slips it 4 feet to his right, where Willie Nylander just flips it into the empty net.
And that is a bit of a record setter as well for Mitch Marner, as he has now had 5 consecutive games with multi-assists and ties Boreas Salming, who had 5 in the 84-85 season.
Leafs still 2:20 to go in the Dumba power play.
Here the Leafs in on the power play and get it into the zone for Domi. Across ice feed. Robertson gets it back to the point. Gets it again. Far side holding. Down low. Pass in front of the net for McMahon, and it was deflected wide of the goal. Around the board's far corner. Hustling after it is Robertson. Sending it back then, and a centering pass didn't work, but Robertson is able to steal, only to have it taken away and shot down the ice by the Coyotes. 2 for 2 in the power play, the Maple Leafs, and now with another opportunity with 1:45 to go in this one. My goodness. Never seen a power play this hot.
I mean, that 5-on-3, it was like they had the puck on a string.
Puck down in the Toronto zone, brought through center, 3-0 Toronto. A flip pass was broken up. Here's a short-handed rush, but hustling back is Liljegren, and he's going to knock his man down, and the puck's going to slide in harmlessly to Samsonov. And Liljegren got on his horse and made sure he got back and did not take a penalty either.
That was Logan Cooley that blocked the pass right in front of the Arizona bench and then turned it back the other way. But Timothy Liljegren, want to find the fastest guy on the ice, find the guy that got caught. It was Liljegren that got back. I'm not sure whether it was Liljegren or Knies that turned the puck over. But Liljegren.
Good play.
Yeah.
Got back, got a shoulder in there, and knocked him down.
1:19 to go still in the Leafs power play. The face-off in their own zone.
Nylander from Marner and Tavares for the 30th goal of the season. Or Willie Nylander.
I think Sam Reinhart even follows the Rocket Richard race anymore. I mean, a couple of weeks ago, he was only 3 back of Matthews.
Brought in by Knies, far corner. Knies trying to free it up there for Robertson, who chips it around back of the net. The puck goes free and knocked down back of the goal is Marner. That's drawing a crowd. Matthews hoping for something to materialize. It does come free from Nylander and centering pass, and it's going to come back now. Here's Liljegren. Liljegren on the half-court, cross-ice pass. Matthews can't shoot it. Tavares gets it back to him, but he had to cross his hands to receive the pass. Down low for Tavares, coming out in front, trying to jam it in. And Velmelka is going to get there, and now Knies gets in a bit of a shoving contest in front of the net with Nick Bukestad.
Yeah, I don't think the way this game is going that the officials are going to pick one out of a scrum. It looked like Knies took the brunt of that, didn't he? Take a shot to the face.
He got stood up pretty good right in front of the net. And initially it was Sean Dursey who did it, but 26 seconds left in the power play. 14-7 now, the shots favoring Toronto.
You still go back, though, when the game is still 2-0. Ilya Samsonov came up with a couple of huge stops. It's going to get lost in the first period stats.
Domi lost the draw, and it's shot down the ice by Arizona, who are just 45.3% in the face-off circle. That's the worst in the National Hockey League. The Leafs are second at 54.2. Chipped along the boards, intercepted, and now brought out as the final seconds tick down on this power play. Brought in now by Schmaltz. He got it to the side of the Leaf goal. 1:58 to go in a huge first period for Toronto as it's played into the center ice area and down into the zone. Brought on now by Domi, who gets high stuck in the face as he broke through the defense. Seems to be all right. It lifted his visor up, and the official is over to check on that, and Kesselring is going to the penalty box. And Arizona has really done quite a job of shooting themselves in the foot. 3-0.
All right, they're going to a commercial break. The Leafs 3-0. Matthews with his 50th. Nylander with his 30th. But more importantly, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining us, if you missed the announcement, we are 176 subscribers away from 10K. and we are giving away a pair of Leaf tickets. That's right, not Marley tickets, not Toronto Maple Leaf softball, not the kids' house league down the street. 2 tickets, Scotiabank Arena, to see the Toronto Maple Leafs play. It is going to be amazing. Nobody else is giving away Leaf tickets. We are doing it here. So if you want a chance to win, all you have to do is be a part of our community. Hit that subscribe, come hang out. We are going to open the contest for entries when we hit 9,900. So we're 76 subscribers away from being able to open that contest and let you guys have a chance to win a pair of Leaf tickets. I'm not telling you the seat locations, but I will tell you when we have streamed from the Scotiabank Arena, we have been sitting in those seats. So if you've watched any of our streams live from the stadium, you will know our point of view, and they're pretty darn good. We're going to talk about it all night long. So if you didn't know, we're giving away Leaf tickets. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell your hockey communities. Hey, if you're anywhere else, tell everybody, go check out Samwelb B12. He's giving away Leaf tickets. Maybe you won't win, but maybe your friend will, and maybe you guys could take each other. The land of the $10 beer. You're going to have a great time, I guarantee it. So make sure to hit that subscribe. Help us get that 10K because I want to give away these Leaf tickets. Let's get back to the booth, and we're going to talk real soon. Intermission coming up in about a minute and a half.
5. Visit the app for the latest odds and find out why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 19 plus. Ontario only. Play responsibly. Leafs to the power play. They scored 4 goals against Anaheim the other night en route to that 9-2 shellacking. They've got 3 so far here. Brought to center by Matthews. Matthews flips to the wing. Tavares carries in, drops it back to the blue line to Liljegren. Liljegren stretches it out by getting it down along the boards now. Tavares, he's double-teamed over there, but is able to free it up. Got it back again, but it comes right past him and past Liljegren out into the center ice area. Matthews to Tavares, down into the corner. Taken to the boards, loses the puck. Aired back to center ice again by Arizona. Less than a minute to go in the period. The Coyotes are 17th in penalty killing this season. And across the line now for Bertuzzi. Got it back along the boards. Matthews to Nylander. Nylander circles the goal. Now off on the wing for Tavares. Left it there for Nylander. Nylander back to the point. Liljegren moving in. Down low for Matthews on the goal line. Back it goes to Liljegren on a shot. Big rebound in front of the net. Oh, and it bounced over the stick of Bertuzzi. Back around the boards for Matthews. Trying to chip it back along the wall. Able to keep it alive is Tavares. 19 seconds left to go in the period. Sausage pass to Nylander. Off from the wing and centering pass it from Belmelka down. Bertuzzi banging away at it. The puck's still free and Matthews has it. Matthews back to the point. Nylander a shot. That's blocked. The rebound is shot into the crowd. Another bouncing puck with a second left. And an enormous first period for the Maple Leafs comes to an end. As dominant a 20 minutes as the Leafs have had this year.
Yeah, I mean, you can throw in the 4-goal first period against the Anaheim Ducks last week as well. But maybe something to remember, even though the Ducks or the Arizona Coyotes come into the game on a 10-game losing streak, the goaltender Belmelka is on a 7-game losing streak, but his last win, which was December 27th, came at home against the Colorado Avalanche, where Colorado led 4-0 midway through the second period, and the Coyotes came back, tied it, and eventually won it in overtime.
It is intermission time. Thank you to the boys in the booth. What a first period. It was absolutely gangbusters. If you missed it, here are your goal scorers. Bobby McMahon picks up his 9th from Brody and Liljegren. Matthews picks up, just number 50. Matthews with 50 from Liljegren and Marner. Liljegren 2 assists on today. Nylander then picks up his 30th. That comes from Marner and Tavares. So 2 assists for Marner as well. 16 shots for Toronto, again, putting up a good shot total in that first period. And it's nice, nice to see them kind of seeing them do that is what I meant to say. I can't speak. Can't speak. There we go. Oh, Jonathan's throwing pies. Jonathan's slinging pies. Arizona, though, out-hitting Toronto 12 hits to 4. Toronto needs to get a little bit more physical, but that's okay. They have the lead. Taking a look at the face-offs, it is dead even, 50-50, so that is pretty darn close. 2 for 5, Toronto is on the power play. Can't believe in that one period, 5 power play opportunities. That's crazy. Giveaways, none for Toronto, 2 for Arizona, but Arizona blocking 7 shots. That is awesome. Yeah, Mark, I feel bad for Robertson as well. Little Nicky had that one he put in, and it was called back. So Leafs could be up 4-0, but hey, the way I see it, Nick Robertson exchanged his goal for Austin Matthews' 50th. So it was a nice little thing he did there. Leafs were just waiting. Yeah, listen, the Leafs, what a stretch they've been on without Morgan Rielly. And of course, Morgan Rielly coming back tomorrow night against Vegas. Leafs have gone, well, it looks like they're going to go 5 for 5. They're 4 for 4 so far. It's pretty darn awesome. 50 goals isn't even that impressive. The 8th guy made 20, right? I mean, it is pretty darn impressive. It has not been done for a little while. I mean, Matthews right now, he's averaging almost a goal a game this season. He's on pace. Before he was 74, he's probably about 76 now. It's absolutely nuts what Matthews has been doing. One of the things I really like about Matthews is he has the 6th most goals of any player in NHL history through 534 games played, right? Think about that for a second. He has the 6th most goals in any player in NHL history through 534 games. He has 348. He's only behind Wayne Gretzky, Mario Lemieux, Mike Bossy, Brett Hull, Yari Curry, and Alex Ovechkin, which is pretty amazing. Alex Ovechkin had 327 goals through the same game count that Matthews did. So Matthews actually ahead of Alex Ovechkin. We know what Alex Ovechkin is doing right now, chasing down the great one. So could this be Austin Matthews' turn in several years from now, where he's chasing down Gretzky or Ovechkin's record? So that's going to be pretty darn impressive. That barn is so small, half the crowd are friends. Mark, it's so true. It really is. 5,000 people at Mullet Arena. Guarantee you, most of them are friends and family. What's wrong with Southwest Hockey? Nobody's playing correctly. White Canadian Trash Guy, what's going on? Welcome in. You know what, Mark? I heard there were actually tickets available for tonight's game. I heard it was not sold out, which is pretty crazy. So there it is. Prep calling it out. That's right. Huge giveaway. If you're just tuning in, if you've missed it, huge giveaway coming up. We are giving away a pair of Leaf tickets. That's right, Toronto Maple Leaf tickets. So make sure you hit that subscribe and have your notifications set as well, because you don't want to miss when we make the post to let you know the contest is officially open. The Coyotes can't catch on the Roadrunners. Oh man, I wish they were the Roadrunners. That would just be too awesome. Would Nikita Kucherov pass Austin Matthews in goals, or would Steven Stamkos? I don't think so, Spencer. I think Matthews is going to catch. He's going to catch Stamkos, and Kucherov. Listen, Kucherov has had a couple good years. He's put up a lot of points, but he's no Austin Matthews. Like, let me pull up. I can tell you right now, because I don't have it handy. But that's a great comparison. The Lone Stranger, better than a new car. That's right. There you go. Better than a new car. I mean, Kucherov is killing it, right? He's got 94 points this year right now, which is insane. But 36 of those are goals. And Matthews, for the most part, has been ahead of Kucherov year over year. There have been some back and forth, but I think Matthews overall has more goals. I'd have to sit down and pull up all the stats to take a look at it. Matthews with 73 points now adds 74. He's sitting just behind Panarin and JT Miller in the scoring race, but Nikita Kucherov just running away with it. He's at 94. Nathan McKinnon challenging him up at 92. So those guys just absolutely running away with the stats there. It's so incredible. Absolutely incredible. Matthews required just 9 games to go from 40 to the 50 goal mark. Only 9 different players in NHL history have needed fewer to make the jump, which is pretty cool. Matthews does it in 9 games. So here are the names who did it in less. Wayne Gretzky did it twice. Mario Lemieux did it. Pavel Bure, Corey Perry, Bobby Hull, Dennis Maruk, John I can't even say this, Orgudniak, Luc Robitaille, Peter Bondra. Those are pretty darn good, but Wayne Gretzky needed 4 games to go from 40 to 50. That is pretty darn impressive. I mean, the things that Matthews is doing is just nutty. And now that he has 50 goals, we can say it officially. He has become the fastest U.S.-born player in NHL history to reach 50 goals in a season, besting the previous mark of 62 by Kevin Stevens. So sorry, Kevin Stevens. Austin Matthews now holds that title, quickest to 50 goals, which is so cool. So cool. He also now has become the 2nd player in franchise history and 6th U.S.-born skater in NHL history with multiple 50-goal seasons. Dave Anderchuk had 53 with the Maple Leafs in 93-94 and finished 92-93 with 54, which is pretty darn cool. But Anderchuk did have the first 29 with the Sabres. So Matthews just continuing the hot hand. Absolutely ridiculous what Austin Matthews is doing. We love it. We absolutely love it. Mark's bringing out the pickle. Gotta love the pickle, man. Gotta use the pickle to celebrate tonight. Tonight is all about celebrating as a couple big milestones hit. Nylander, his 30th. Matthews, his 50th. I mean, that is just so super cool that both those players could hit it. And even better is I had Will Nylander in my Tim Hortons picks. So that gets me some Tim's points. So thank you for getting that one done. All right, Daryl. Daryl's going to take the doggy out. Crichton, what's going on? I so did miss it. I was busy playing. Well, hey, that's okay. If there's ever a reason to miss it, that is a pretty darn good reason. But yeah, 50 goals. I mean, wow, Matthews, just ridiculous. Just ridiculous. He gets 50. Nylander gets 30. Marner is kind of approaching 25. He's a couple goals away from 25. But with 2 assists tonight, that's going to put Mitch Marner up to 45 assists on the year. That is pretty awesome. Taking a look, Matthew Knies, he has 10 goals. It would be nice to see if he could get one in there today. But Nicky Robertson, who's currently on 8, he had his 9th, but that one got called back. And Bobby McMahon, he gets his 9th. Bobby McMahon, this kid has exploded. Like, this all started with Bobby McMahon. Remember, McMahon got a hat trick. Then Matthew said, I can do that, and he got a hat trick. And then Matthew said, you know what, that was fun. I'm going to do it again. Got his 2nd hat trick. And then Bobby McMahon and Austin Matthews have been going goal for goal. It's pretty cool to see what they're doing and putting together. A couple of things to call out. And actually, let me switch to get the official kind of stats here. From the defensive side on the ice, Liljegren, like I said, he had 2 assists. He's leading the way big time. Almost 9 minutes in that first period. Liljegren played almost half of that first period, which is crazy. Jake McCabe, 5:40. Benoit, just under 5 minutes, as was Brody. Lajoie, just over 4 minutes. And again, Rafai, about 3 minutes. But it's Liljegren with 2 assists. TJ Brody picking up an assist there as well. For the forwards, Nylander leading the way, 10.5 minutes. Matthews is just over 10 minutes. And then it kind of drops down. Tavares just under 8 minutes. Bertuzzi at 7.5. Marner at 6.5. Domi at 5.5. And what do you know? Nick Robertson, he's not at the bottom. He only played 3.5 minutes in that first period, but that's more ice time than David Kempf, Pontus Holmberg, and Noah Gregor. So the fourth line only getting about 2.5 to 3 minutes of time. The third line getting just about a minute or so more. But Matthew Knies not getting as much time as the big guns. And part of that is because of the power plays. A lot of power plays going on, so the big guns getting some extra time. So should the Leafs just bench Riley for the rest of the season? That's really funny. Listen, the Leafs have a darn good record when Riley is not in the lineup. But I think right now the Leafs are hurting on defense. Their defense is pretty banged up. So, Giordano is still out with the loss of his father. McCabe's face is pretty banged up. He could use a day off, but he's still in there. Benoit, he needs a maintenance day. He's been playing pretty big and tough and physical. So Riley coming back will definitely, Rafai will probably sit out, but the defense could use that little boost, especially in the time slot. Matthews can deke around hockey players just as good as Sam can deke around the pies. There you go, Peter. That's right. Got to get in there, right? So Sammy, our first goalie right now. Sammy is the guy, but Joseph Woll is making significant progress. Joseph Woll has been reassigned back to the Marlies for conditioning, so he'll get in a game or two with the Marlies. What I'm hearing kind of out of the Leaf camp is that they feel he's ready to return. It's now on Woll to decide how he's feeling. So after the couple of games that come in, we'll see how Woll is feeling. But I have a feeling we're going to see him very, very soon. Look at the Bear Shark coming in. There he is, our partner channel from the Florida Park Explorers. If you're not following the Florida Park Explorers, definitely go check them out and subscribe. They are bringing you not only the Disney magic, but they are a concierge service, getting you the merch you need, the theme park treats you need, and they're just really nice and really funny and entertaining to watch. So check them out, our partner channel, the Florida Park Explorers. Jonathan bringing up the Wall. Show some love for the Wall. Love it. Giordano has been distracted lately. He's better than this. Yeah, Giordano, he's away for a little bit. He'll be away for a couple of days with, unfortunately, what was going on. But hopefully he'll be back soon because he's definitely missed. So Jones is kind of the backup. Ryan says Wall sucks. Ryan, Wall is awesome. He was spectacular the start of the year. The shimmy, get the shimmy out. Jones is still there, Lucas. It'll be interesting to see. Obviously, when Wall comes back, they're not going to address all three goalies, so it'll probably be Jonesy, who does go up to the press box, and he'll be kind of around in case of emergency. But it will be Wall and Sammy, your two goaltenders. Now, there's a ton of rumors about trade deadline, and apparently the Leafs are talking about Marc-Andre Fleury. I don't really think they necessarily need that. Thank you, Creighton. That's right. Yeah, hit that thumbs up. Don't forget about that thumbs up. I don't think they really need a Marc-Andre Fleury to come in. If they do, it'd be really interesting because that effectively would mean Jones kind of, isn't needed. Maybe Jones gets lumped in a trade. But Marty Jones has showed he could still play, right? He had a great stint in what he could do. So it's going to be interesting. Bobrovsky is a better goalie than Wall or Sammy. Ryan, Bobrovsky is, yes, I would agree. He's a better goaltender than Sammy. Can't make that comparison to Joseph Woll yet. Joseph Woll is still a rookie, right? This was going to be his first kind of full season. He came in as a rookie backup last year. So I think it's too early in Wall's career to make that comparison. But listen, Bobrovsky is awesome. Can't take anything away from what Bobocop has done for the Panthers. He stole a bunch of games for the Panthers, so in the playoffs last year. So when he took over from Alex Lyon, it was awesome, right? What Bobrovsky did. there also is a pretty darn big difference, right? Bobrovsky's making $10 million a year. Samsonov is, what is Samsonov? 3.5. So that tells you a lot too. $10 million goaltender compared to, here I'll tell you, he's making, Samsonov making 3.5. So that's what's up. Joseph Wall is making the league minimum. He's still on his rookie contract, so can't really compare. You're talking apples and oranges when you're talking Bobrovsky. All right, the intermission is going to be coming to an end. The boys are just coming back out on the ice, and then we're going to get back into this real soon, and we're going to see how it's going to go. Sammy has proved himself. Krista, he has. He certainly has proved himself at time. I take Saros over Fleury. Oh, Phil, now you're talking. I mean, I think anybody would take Saros over Fleury, but I don't know if Nashville is actively shopping him around and what it would take to pull the trigger on that. I'm glad Wall's getting work. Rick, I agree. It's really good to see him finally getting back to that level where he can go out and play. Trade Samson off to the Ducks. They need a goalie desperately. That they do. April 16th. All right, Ryan, we'll be here. We'll be here. I hope you'll be here trash talking away. It's gonna be a real fun one. You should pick a spring flower. Oh goodness. Want to enter the draw already? That's right, the Lone Stranger. The draw. We are giving away a pair of Toronto Maple Leaf hockey tickets. So make sure, tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody, come over here and subscribe because we're giving away hockey tickets. More on that to come. Let's get ready for period number 2. Jacob, welcome in. Good to see you. You're taking to Matthew's mom and dad. Oh, they're talking to them. Nice. All right, let's get back to the game.
The shooting, the wrist shot that they wanted to capture on video. So he is immediately taking full credit for the 50 goals, which I can understand.
Yeah, I'd love to see the video with Ilya Samsonov at the start of the year that he might put together.
No, that would have been me doing that. Yes, that would have been me. So anyway.
And by the way, Samsonov, like we said, I mean, the game was still 2-0 before the Leafs got all the power plays. And he made 2 great stops back-to-back in the opening period to keep the score the way it was.
Oh, there's a shot, and Velmelka made a good pad save to scramble and get in front of that. Here are the Coyotes back in over the line with a drop pass, looking now for Kerfoot. A shot that was up. There's a rebound. Still free. Another shot. That was blocked in front of the net, and the Leafs were able to get it out into neutral ice. I jokingly suggested that maybe the J.P. Bickle Award that is handed out just in very specific, important times may have to go to Sean Bowen, who obviously corrected the flaw in Austin Matthews' shooting technique that has produced this kind of record.
Now, was that with the Marlies or the Leafs, that video?
No, that was with the Leafs.
I thought maybe, he helped him work his way up.
Well,
Leafs have to be careful here, though. As we said, Arizona did come back from down 4-0 against Colorado at home to win.
Shot deflects into the crowd or into the screen.
And what we just saw, I mean, the shots are now 17-7 favoring the Leafs, but you can't take your foot off the gas. I think that's where the Leafs were good against Anaheim at home, good against San Jose at home. They built the lead, but kept it going. But you don't want to give them anything to get excited about.
Face off in the Toronto zone. And Gunther was waved out. The Leafs win the draw, but turn the puck over, and it's flipped into the side of the goal where Samsonov got it up on the wing, and the Leafs will get it to the line, but not out. And intercepting it and pushing it out at center, and it went a little bit too far, and Nylander couldn't come up with it. Domi back in his own zone. Sends it off on the right wing side, then gets it returned, and almost a turnover, but was able to knock it back there to Jake McCabe. He finds Nylander in across the line. Nylander dropping it back, working down the boards and trying to get it freed up again. It comes back to Nylander as Bertuzzi goes to the front of the net, but it's poked around the boards and out at center ice. Benoit or McCabe. Got it ahead at center. Flipped in for Nylander. Willie works down the boards. Tavares over the boards now. Gets it freed up. Down the wall trying to keep it alive. Rafai. It goes into the corner. And Tavares couldn't come up with it. And the Coyotes get it to center ice and are going to slide it down into the Leaf end. Marshall Rafai brought in when the injuries continued when William Lagesson went down. Connor Timmins is still out with having a bit of a. We got a.
I think Bono was the call, or we got a high sticking call, and this might be coming against John Tavares.
Yeah, he's questioning it.
Judging by his reaction. 6 minutes and high sticking penalties against Arizona in the first period.
Knock the.
Boy, if that was. There it is.
Yeah.
And again, another stick lift that's missed. And now the linesmen and referees have huddled together in front of the penalty box to discuss it. But it looked like his stick came up, didn't it?
Number 91.
Huh? Can we try that again?
Keane. 2 minutes for high sticking, I believe is the call.
Yeah.
John Jersey was the one that took it. By the way, John Tavares has not scored an even strength goal since a game in Columbus on December 23rd. And I don't think we'll have to look it up to see that that's his longest drought. Did score in 3 straight games recently, but all 3 were on the power play.
Power play in effect now for the Coyotes as it comes back to the point. Jersey works down the right wing boards. A cross-ice pass. Oh, and a good move by Samsonov to come across. One-timer by Dylan Gunther and a good save made by Samsonov. He had to push hard with that left leg and come across and get squared up at the top of the crease.
Boy, Frelia Samsonov was absolutely outstanding in the 3 games he played right before the All-Star break in Seattle and then the back-to-back games against Winnipeg. If it wasn't for Samsonov, they don't win any of those 3 games. Came back, first 3 games back, looked a little more like the guy that was struggling, but boy, is he clicked in again.
John Jersey goes back in his own zone. The Mississauga native brings it out at center. He'll hit the Leaf blue line, flips it in on the right wing boards. Gunther sends it around the boards to the near side. Keller keeps it alive, but it's intercepted by the Maple Leafs. It comes in front of the net, and Marner is going to be able to skate it out. Mitch Marner to center. Gets to the line and in on the right wing. Got a weak shot away, but it was well wide of the goal. And now the Coyotes back after him, and Marner has created another disturbance and got the puck free. And the Leafs are going to send it back out into neutral ice and rag it a little bit. Launched high on a bounce down towards the net, and Velmelka had to play it. Not sure which broadcaster came up with that term. Ragging the puck. Not really sure what it means. Not really sure that it's accurate, but it's there. Maybe. Keller into the left wing corner, trying to work it around the boards to the far side. And it's no one there, and it's going to slide all the way back. The old adage that it is now. Not a word, Mr. Gallivan. Well, it is now. Cannonading. Back come the Coyotes with a pass in front of the net, knocked down by Samsonov. It comes to the blue line. Moser will keep it alive and get it returned into the slot. Onto the left wing side, driving the net. Marcelli with a shot that was blocked. Marcelli with it again. Top of the circles, intercepted by the Leafs. Slashed at, but not cleared, as Liljegren couldn't get his stick on the puck. And now an errant pass is going to provide the Leafs with some air, and out of the penalty box comes Tavares, and they kill off the first penalty that has been called against them. 3-0 Toronto, built in the first period. Coyotes get across the line, left wing side, and a shot, scores! Marcelli gets the goal on a low shot just over the pad. And the Coyotes are on the board to make it 3-1.
Sure what Sheldon Keefe is upset with. Whether he thought maybe a penalty should have been called. But the Leafs, very poor coverage on the left side. As Bukestad takes it over the line, and nobody on that side of the ice as Michelli was allowed to walk in and rip it from about the face-off dot, inside the face-off dot. Timothy Liljegren had backed off, and not sure why.
9th goal of the season for Marcelli. On the
hell are you
team's
doing?
11th shot on goal. As it is cleared down into the Toronto zone again off the face-off. Loose puck gobbled up, brought out now by Domi to center. Max works it on the left wing. Got a shot away that went off the shoulder of the goalkeeper. Kept alive by Toronto around the boards to the near side. Lajoie thinks better of pinching. And a long lead pass is secured there by Jack McBain. But it is going to be called on a delayed offside. And so it'll come back into the center ice area.
Michelli came into the game with 8 goals and 36 points. So just his 9th goal, just his 2nd in the last 17 games. 9 this year. He had 11 goals, 49 points last season.
Sheldon Keefe is still upset about something. He's giving it to the officials with.
I haven't seen a replay that might have warranted any kind of penalty.
No. Leafs are able to dig the puck out. Don't get it out of the zone. They'll regroup it. And McCabe sends it back to his defense partner. And here's Simon Benoit getting it off Marner and down into Arizona territory. Round back of the net is Dursey. And he's going to start out with a pass to get it ahead on the left wing where Kerfoot, the former Leaf, sends it down into the Toronto zone. Benoit takes his man to the boards. It comes back to the point. And a drive is whistled but blocked before it reached the net. Another long shot, deflects and scores! Wow!
Buckle up.
Barrett Hayton getting the shot away from the point. And the Peterborough native has that bounce in rather strangely. And buckle up is right. The Leafs had better get their act together here. It's now 3-2.
And it's a perfect redirection. A shot from the right point about waist high. And Hayton redirects it. It's going short side, glove side on Samsonov. The redirection takes a sharp turn towards Samsonov's right and beats a blocker's side. Simon Benoit was with Hayton. But Hayton's stick was actually out in front of him, not off to the side, so difficult for Benoit. And I think Sheldon Keefe has called a timeout here, Joe.
Yeah, and it's probably rather appropriate. I think that. And he is rather animated in behind that bench.
This could be a problem.
And he's doing all the talking. So.
Leafs looked like they dodged the bullet with the penalty kill, but as soon as Tavares got on the ice, Arizona scored their first goal, and now they follow it up quickly here.
And the speech has been throughout the entire timeout. He hasn't slowed up a bit, has he?
Well, I mean, this is smart. I mean, it was as great as the goal scoring of Austin Matthews. There have been a lot of great stories this year. The one is the Leafs are never out of or have a game locked up at any point. We've seen a lot of leads disappear. We've seen them come back from a lot of deficits.
Kerfoot gets the lone assist. Bukestad got the lone assist on the opening or the first goal for Arizona. But the Leafs 3-0 lead is down to 1. And an icing call here against Toronto is going to come back. And McMahon and Brown having a little shoving session down in the Arizona end of the rink. Nothing more materializes. Face-off back in the Toronto zone.
And the goal that was called back by the Leafs when it was offside, the goal that Nick Robertson scored, you don't even look at that as a goal called back because they were able to score 2 more right after that on the power play.
Brown kind of followed through on the icing with a little bit of a hip check on McMahon, and he took exception to that. Face-off to the right of Samsonov. And the Coyotes have been better in the face-off circle than the Maple Leafs have. and they are 32nd in the league. Now, shot blocked. Arizona keeping the puck alive on the far boards, and it is going to be pushed out into the center ice area and forced back into the Arizona end of the rink. Marcelli having difficulties handling it, but got it ahead, and now through center ice, it's brought to the line for Marcelli on the left wing side. Brought down into the corner, and hustling in there after it was Barrett Hayton. That is knocked away, and the Maple Leafs are going to bank it off the boards and roll it down, and this is going to be another icing against Toronto. Tale of two periods so far. The Leafs scoring 3 in the first and dominating the shots on goal totals 19-4. Or 16-6 rather in the first period. It's now 19-12 here in the second.
Boy, both coaches seem to be a bit of a foul mood right now. Grenier screaming from the Arizona bench before this too.
Rolling puck towards the net, smothered by Samsonov. So they ever known a coach that really enjoyed the officiating? Was there anyone ever better at it, though, than Pat Quinn? At any rate.
All right, they're going to take a commercial break. The Coyotes making a push here in the second period. Toronto better get things back in gear. I mean, we gave up an assist to Alex Kerfoot. Alex Kerfoot, ex-Maple Leaf. Come on, boys. Let's go. Just because Matthews got his milestone, just because Willie got his milestone, we got to keep things going. You got to wake up. The Leafs falling asleep here. 2 goals that were not good goals. Definitely not good goals. They got to do better than that. But welcome in. Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. As you're coming in, boy, what a game. What a finish. We had excitement. We've had some downtime, but better than ever, we announced it earlier today. If you're just coming in and you've missed it, we are counting down towards 10,000 subscribers, 166 away. We are giving away a pair of tickets to the Scotiabank Arena to see the Toronto Maple Leafs play live. So, and by the way, you don't have to take me with you. I'm giving you 2 tickets, so you can take a friend, a significant other, a child, a niece, a nephew, whomever. They're your tickets to do with what you want. So thank you for supporting our channel. Hit that subscribe. We're going to open up the website entries when we get to 9,900. So we're 66 subscribers away from opening up the contest, the giveaway for you to win a pair of Leaf tickets. So let everyone know, shout it from the rooftops, your LinkedIns, your Discords, your Reddits. Hey, other streamers that are out there, tell your channels. Sam's giving away Leaf tickets. Come on over and subscribe. But let's see what these Leafs can do here in the second period. Back to the boys in the booth.
1-goal hockey game.
Fine, there's a long discussion between Sheldon Keefe and the officials.
Jake Brink, is over there getting an earful.
Ladies and gentlemen, the scoring update on the second Coyotes goal.
Now the draw won by the Coyotes, but it's off a skate and comes to center ice. Laid in over the line, and Kerfoot hustles in after it for Arizona. It's tipped in front of the net. A shot rings off the goal post and goes up into the screen off the stick of Nick Schmaltz. That close to tying the game.
There was a game a couple of days ago between the Minnesota Wild and the Vancouver Canucks. Canucks had a 5-1 lead late in the second period. 5-1, I think. 5-2. Anyway, it ended up Minnesota, thanks to a number of power plays, were able to come back and score 10. 2 of them into the empty net for the 10-7 win over Vancouver.
Coyotes are just dominating the face-off circle. There's a shot that goes wide of the Leaf goal. Nice play to keep it in on the far boards then by Zucker. Down around back of the net. Centering pass intercepted by Noah Gregor. He one-hands it up the boards, but not far enough to get it out. Here are the Coyotes with it again. Sharp angle shot taken by Jason Zucker, and it is swallowed up by Samsonov. And the Maple Leafs had better get their act together again here, because they are just being outworked in their own zone and not getting any offense going whatsoever.
Well, they've hardly controlled the puck in the offensive zone, have they? Now 7:22 into the second period. Leafs 3-0 lead is evaporated to 3-2 here. And it was the first one, wasn't it? There's the goal. But Arizona a little bit excited, a little bit interested in this game.
Domi across the line, left wing side, tried to get it back in front of the net. It goes around back of the goal, pinching in now Liljegren to get it down into the corner. Nylander against the boards, swings it around to the far side. Cut off there and sent back to Nylander. Into the slot area, now to the point. Liljegren lets the shot go, but it's high and wide of the goal. Kept in at the far side by Holmberg. It comes around the boards and now to the near wing where it's chipped in now and looking for Nylander in front of the net. Bertuzzi couldn't get to it. Domi out there too, but a shot into the chest of Velmelka. And more shoving now in front of the net. Domi's got a hold of one of the Coyotes, and a lot more going on as Bertuzzi is in there as well.
I don't know if we're going to get any penalties out of this. But a few punches were thrown.
Gloved on, but
Dursey seems to be the one that's upset for Arizona. I can't see them just taking one out of this. This is just your basic post-whistle scrum.
Now it started.
Dursey sort of gave a little push to Willie Nylander. It was nothing of any kind of significance, but that brought in the boys.
Yeah, Bertuzzi and Domi thought there was something to it. They're going to be coincident minors.
Yeah, they're having a conversation in the penalty box saying who did what to who. It doesn't matter. We're going to play a little 4-on-4 here.
So the Leafs score 3 in the first, including Austin Matthews' 50th goal of the season. But the Coyotes have clawed their way back with 2 in the second, and it is a 3-2 hockey game. Played out at center ice. The Leafs send it to an open wing and now are going to regroup it back in their own zone. Lajoie starting out of his own territory. Comes to center, drops it back. Coming out of his own end now with it is Marner. He's going to drop for Matthews. Matthews swings it back to the blue line to McCabe. McCabe trying to play it to himself down into the corner. Running out of real estate, but Matthews comes out of the corner with it. Back to the point, but the net's been knocked off its mooring. And I'm not sure, there wasn't any Leaf in the vicinity, so I'm not sure how that happened.
Well, Melko was standing there with his arm up. It looked like a glitch in the video game. With the net off. I'm going to take a look at it again. Well, yeah, this is all Arizona. It's Valimaki, the defenseman, that knocked it off.
He's fortunate he didn't get a penalty for this.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was intentional by any means.
No, but definitely the hand lifted the net up when he got there, so.
Pretty smart play, though. You get Matthews and Marner off the ice. John Tavares is going to come out with Willie Nylander here.
And again, the Leafs scrum the draw, but now it is cleared around back of the net. Tavares unable to get to it. And play up on the left wing side. Driving in is Cooley. Couldn't get a shot away as he was taken to the end boards, and he is slow to get up. In fact, he's not getting up. And it's down into the Leaf zone. And down, hunched over, and now getting up on all fours and feeling his mouth is Logan Cooley. And now Dumba and Liljegren having a word. Don't think a penalty was being called on the play.
No, the Leafs controlled the puck coming out of the zone. I think this was just a one-on-one battle that Liljegren won. As Logan Cooley tried to pull up after he was cutting around Liljegren, and Liljegren finished the check into the boards, and Cooley fell a little awkwardly.
I think the damage was done on the dasher board when he went kind of nose first in there. And the training staff out to take a look at him.
Logan Cooley, the 3rd overall pick in the 2022 draft. Yeah, this was just kind of losing an edge a little bit. But yeah, you're right. And I think it might have been the face on the top of the boards.
Seems to be all right as he's skating back to the Coyotes bench.
Still 1:09 to go in 4-on-4 play.
11:08 to play in the period. Tomorrow night, it's Vegas hosting the Maple Leafs. We'll have that action for you beginning at 10 o'clock. And then they'll finish the road trip against Colorado on Saturday at 7.
Talk about Arizona coming back against Colorado. Colorado came back on the Leafs when the Leafs had a 3-0 lead at home against them.
Now here the Leafs driving the net in a goal, and that was stopped on a nice rush by Liljegren down the left wing. Round back to the net, J.J. Moser getting it up out at center ice. McCabe is able to take it to the boards right at the red line, got it freed up and played it over the line. Matthews unable to reach it. Now he's stolen it back. Matthews into the slot. Nice pass by Marner! And a whistling drive goes high over top of the goal by the Maple Leafs, who had a great opportunity on that far side as Jake McCabe jumped into the rush 4-on-4. McCabe to the line and in on the left wing. Rink wide for Marner. Marner looking back for Matthews in front. He tips it to the front of the goal, and that bounced to the net and was kicked away by Velimaki. Or Vemelka, rather. Back come the Coyotes to center. Hayton across the line. Kerfoot holds and spins top of the circle. Left wing side with a shot. That was blocked before it reached the front of the net. Leafs get it again, and Domi has launched it high to center ice. Marner racing after it again, trying to get to it there ahead of Josh Brown, but failing to do so. Domi against the boards as they're back at full and even strength here. Leafs unable to get to it, and now Michelli will regroup the puck with 9.5 minutes to play in the second period. Back come the Coyotes and across the line. Looking for a man in front. Kerfoot driving the net, held on by Michelli. Michelli looks in front of the goal, but this time it bounced away from Jack McBain. Against the boards is Bertuzzi, trying to get it out at center. I think you can hear a Go Leafs Go chant starting in the 5,000-seat Mullet Arena. Here the Coyotes in their own zone. Got it ahead and across the line. Left wing side. Cartone tried to get it in front of the net. That didn't work. And the Maple Leafs have it again, and now are starting out with it. A flip pass ahead for Noah Gregor. Gregor trying to cut to the net. He does! And a good save made there by Velmelka, who came across and nicely got that blocking glove in the way.
All right, they're going to a commercial break. 3-2. The Leafs haven't really woken up. They're still being a little sluggish. The Coyotes are really moving. They're not getting a lot of shots. They're only at 14 shots, but they are really, really moving. Cam, what's going on? Welcome in. Imagine scoring 50 and never getting past the second round. This year could be different, although I tell you, both conferences are so hard, but these teams are so darn good. And when you're looking at, Boston, New York, Florida, that is insane. There he is, the Florida Park Explorers. Welcome in our partner channel, the man, the myth, the legend, the Bear Shark. Welcome in. We talked about him earlier. That's the guy. If you're not subscribed, you got to go check him out. Bear Shark, you might have missed our 10K giveaway announcement. That's right. For anyone else who missed it, we are giving away a pair of Leaf tickets. Pair of Leaf tickets to go to the Scotiabank Arena, catch the boys in blue in action. It's going to be a great night, a great game. I'm not going to tell you which game it is just yet because, well, it depends on when we hit 10K. But we're giving away a pair of Leaf tickets. So make sure you hit that subscribe. We're going to open the contest to start entering at 9,900. So hit that subscribe and watch for the announcement when it opens so you can enter to win a pair of Leaf tickets to go down to the Scotiabank Arena. Pretty darn good seats, and enjoy the Leafs in action. It's going to be sick. Baxter, what's going on? Welcome in. So spread the word. You want an extra shot at winning some tickets? Tell your friends to come on and subscribe. That way, if they win, they can take you. What about the hot dogs? Do we include the hot dogs? No food is included. No food is included. Just the tickets. But trust me, you're going to have a great time. All right, let's get back to it and see how the Leafs can finish out the back half of this second period.
Nylander got the puck through center, but it's gobbled up by Gunther, who brings it in on the right side, and he whistled a shot well wide of the Leaf goal. Kept in at the point, though. Gunther couldn't come up with it. Far side, the Leafs now trying to break out, and it's pushed up on the left wing. Brought to the line and in, and Nylander trying to send it high to the front of the goal. That didn't work, and it's back out at center ice. Nylander to the left wing side, looking now for Bertuzzi as he goes into the forecheck. Bertuzzi around back of the goal, comes out with it, tried to get it in front of the net, but it hit the side of the goal. Leafs get it back to the point. McCabe, a little spin-a-rama move as he got down into the corner, then got leveled as he was knocked down into the corner. Back to the point. Another pass now to McCabe, coming out in front of the net with a shot and trying to block that. And now back in the net is Marner. Marner looking for Matthews in front. Still has it. Marner with a centering pass. And it was chipped just away from Knies. And out and down the ice it'll go. Icing call.
Yeah, that might have been intended for Austin Matthews, and Matthew Knies, before it got through the slot, reached for it, tipped it away.
Schmaltz, did he slew foot McCabe? He went down heavily on his back. And it didn't look like it was a hit.
Power plays are 3-1 Toronto. Nice played into it.
Actually 5-1 now with all of the different the double minor and everything else that went in.
I meant power plays, though.
Yeah.
Right.
Back of the net now, a centering pass, trying to work in front on the backhand. That doesn't work. And the Maple Leafs are going to have to get back into the back check here as the Coyotes across the line. Gunther trying to send it into the corner. Played along the boards to the near side. Liljegren turning back with it. Brody plays it into a maze of legs. Outfights his man for it. Reverses the puck and now plays it ahead on the left wing. And that didn't connect. And the Coyotes get it back into the zone. But Liljegren is there. Liljegren is the only right-handed defenseman the Leafs have. And that, boy, if you want your son to play in the National Hockey League, make him sure he does it right-handed.
You're right, 5-1 power plays. Apologies for that.
No, I
forgot to have the double minor as well as the too many ice penalty.
Yes, I read it down here somewheres. But the Leafs 2 for 5 with the man advantage.
Like you said, the Leafs killed off the first Arizona power play and then promptly gave up a goal even strength.
6:23 to go in the second period. It's a one-goal hockey game. Arizona playing it back into the center ice zone. Off a stick, it'll go back into Arizona territory. Then Tavares able to free it up. And Lajoie will regroup the puck to his defense partner. And it's played ahead and down in on goals. Smothered there and scooped back to the net by Velmelka. And the puck now stolen by Tavares. Tavares coming out with it, gets it back to the point. Lajoie looking to the near side, hoping for Rafai, but it comes back into the corner. Leafs trying to swing around and come back to Rafai at the point. Rafai still with it. Dishes back now, and now Lajoie into the corner, and a shot by McMahon. And that went just wide of the net. Leafs are able to keep the puck in. McMahon again with a shot. And that went high and wide and off the glass. It's caromed all the way down into the Leafs zone.
First real push by the Leafs here in the second period.
Errant pass is kept into the Toronto zone. Far side, McCabe runs into his man. Lajoie after it as well, but the Coyotes keep it alive along the far boards, and Gunther couldn't keep it in, and the Leafs are able to punch it out at center, and a big hit there, knocking down Josh Brown. That was Pontus Holmberg who ran into him. Bouncing puck right at the red line. Gobbled up. Leafs don't get it into the zone, though. Brought back by Clayton Keller. Keller in on the right side. Holds up. Looks into the slot. Finds Gunther. Gunther fans on a shot. still with it. Now sends it to the front of the goal. It's knocked away there by Samsonov. Gunther with it again. A shot that went wide. Comes back to the point. Kept alive on the near side. Keller working in. Pass to the other side didn't work. And the Maple Leafs have a chance to break out with McCabe getting it ahead at center. In on the right side. Flipped in by Noah Gregor. That's his signal to head to the bench for a change of players with 4:22 left to go, second period. All of the goal scoring's been down to our left. 3 in the first for the Leafs, 2 in the second for Arizona. Counter-attacking now Nylander. Nylander by the defense and a shot, and Velmelka swallowed that up, and then Nylander was taken into the end boards rather vociferously, and that's drawn a crowd.
These two teams play each other next week.
Nylander is really incensed here. The save was made when he was well out, and he was taken in against the inboards rather heavily. Now Bertuzzi's still in there. This is still ongoing. Benoit's arrived on the scene. Krause has got a hold of
I think it was Jersey that Nylander took exception with. Kind of a late hit after the whistle. I'm guessing we may end up with a little more 4-on-4 play.
Well, we'll wait and see, but we're going to a commercial break. You're listening.
All right. Wow. William Nylander mixing it up. Who'd have thought William Nylander would get in there and show some passion, play with that chip on his shoulder? The Leafs, this is what they do. They're trying to get up and get going. They came out, they had an unbelievable first period, putting in 3 goals. Again, Matthews getting his 50th, Nylander getting his 30th, and Bobby Mack, just this kid is on fire. And then Arizona here in the second, they've climbed back within 1, putting 2 goals in. Neither of those Arizona goals were good goals, but it doesn't matter. They crossed the line anyways. Leafs trying to get out of this second period with the 1-goal advantage, but it is just crazy. Again, welcome in. If you're just joining us, thank you for being here. We appreciate your support and joining us this evening. We're having a lot of fun. We're hoping the Leafs can close this one out. We're going to be right here again tomorrow night for the Leafs and the Vegas Golden Knights. So we will be back and forth today, tomorrow. Then they play again on Saturday. You know where we'll be. We'll be right here. Now, by the way, we're 11 subs away now from 9850. We're getting closer and closer to opening up that contest. And if you're just tuning in, we're giving away a pair of Leaf tickets. We're giving away a pair of Leaf tickets when we hit 10K. That is going to open. The contest is going to open when we hit 9,900. That is 60 subscribers away now. So if you want to win Leaf tickets and you want to hang out with an amazing hockey community and enjoy the Leafs action along with us all season long into the playoffs, hit that subscribe, come in the chat and say hello. Let's have a lot of fun. So thank you all for the support. 4 minutes left to go. Back to the booth, boys. Let's hear the call.
Marchigiani making sure that everything is on the air. And if you're up listening to us tonight, thank you for being with us. Late night, tonight and tomorrow. Leafs in Vegas tomorrow night as well.
They might need another one from Austin Matthews here. 4-on-4 out with Mitch Marner.
Here's Marner working with a nifty little pass on the right wing and a shot. Big rebound. Another shot by Marner. Matthews scores! Right in front of the net. Marner got it there. It was in the air, and Matthews knocks it out of the air. Never mind 50. Let's have 51, and you and I are going to Vegas. Well, we'll have to get on a plane to get there, but the way you're being able to call this, I love it.
Now, the officials
are going to look at this, obviously.
Are discussing something.
What a between the legs pass to Brody. Pad save, Brody's backhand flipped in the air, and it went off a body in front.
Maybe it's not Matthews. Oh, it does go off Matthews.
Yes.
That might have gone off his glove. I thought he batted it out of midair. They might be saying, no, it goes off Matthews' chest, then off Brown and in.
Yeah, he never touches it. hit him in the A.
Still going to be his goal.
Yes,
and
it is.
Marner's still going to pick up the assist. Oh, by the way, it's only his 74th career 2-goal game. We shouldn't say that because it may not be a 2-goal game.
That's right.
By the time we're done.
Toronto goal is second of the game, 51st of the season, scored by number 34, Austin Matthews.
And in a 5,000-seat arena between the Knies group and the Matthews group, I'm pretty sure that a lot of this rink is being paid for tonight with Leaf fans and Leaf parents and Leaf family. And a backhand try. Oh, and another one as he almost had his third. Liljegren gets it back. Into the corner goes Brody, unable to reach it. Boy, every time he's on the ice, there is a electrifying atmosphere that something wonderful is about to happen. Schmaltz in across the line, flipping into the slot area, intercepted by Domi, who stick handles adroitly back of the net, had the stick knocked out of his hands, no penalty, and Liljegren will help out by getting it off on the left wing side for Brody. Brody to center.
Power plays aren't 5-1. That's a slashing call.
Yeah, it is. Domi in over the line. And a helmet comes off. And now Domi flipping it off on the left wing side. Tavares is stationed in front, but they can't get him the puck. Down into the corner goes McCabe. Had it knocked away. And Michelli is able to skate it out at center. Michelli to the line. Flipped in on the right wing side. A backhand from a sharp angle went wide from Lawson Krauts. And back the other way comes Tavares with one man back. Spinning move. Tavares holds up at the top of the circle. Trailer coming in. It's McCabe. Can't get a shot. It's off to the left wing side. Benoit with a shot. And that's going to be swallowed up by Velmelka and held for a face-off with 2:13 to go here in the period. And the Maple Leafs leading now by a score of 4-2. Austin Matthews with a pair of goals give him 51 on the season. And Marner and Brody drew the assists on the goal.
Man, I realize the entire season has been spectacular for Austin Matthews. But that's now 37 goals in his last 33 games.
Is that the first time that he scored with the A on his jersey?
Yeah, he did not wearing the A.
Off his chest and in.
So the first with the A, yes.
First, the A gets the goal on that one. Yeah. Literally did just bounce right off that A. Brought on now by the Leafs to the right wing side. Nylander sends it down in around into the corner. Goes after a loose puck on the near side. A couple of Coyotes collided with one another. Out a shot by Nylander, and it is gloved by Velmelka to stop play with 1:45 to go in the second period. And Willie Nylander's been engaged here tonight, hasn't he? I mean, the physicalities, he's sort of had a short fuse going.
Yeah, you like that. I mean, even, the scrums. You obviously don't want to jeopardize your team by taking a stupid penalty in a scrum. But you kind of like that they're in them.
Well, and also the fact you have Domi and Bertuzzi on the line. Probably.
And instead of always talking, and we've talked about this a lot, saying about how are they going to react. Oh, now we got to, all right, what are we, 5-2 now?
Yes. And the penalty behind the goal as Pontus Holmberg took his man down.
So that's 2 for the Leafs that they've taken in the offensive zone now. That's almost the exact same place that John Tavares took his penalty. And it's skate on skate. But again, you want to go back to Max Domi having the stick slashed out of his hand when he was trying to turn up ice.
Officials know the score.
And you know what? You just come out and say it. Just say, you know what? This is the way it is. We've got to even it up.
Yeah. All good. Face off in the Leafs zone to the right. 1:40 to go in the period. Leafs penalty kill has been 3 of 13 coming into this game in the last 5 games. Pass comes back to the point. Looking on the near side for Gunther. It goes into the right wing side, and a shot is snared nicely by Samsonov's left hand, who takes a tap on the pads from Brody for the action. Keller getting the shot away. Hard to read Keller's number. His jersey is tucked inside his pants.
Yeah, even Hayden's number. Her jersey is tucked in the back pants.
Thought that was illegal.
Yeah, that was the Gretzky rule, right?
Yes, exactly. Draw to the left in the Toronto zone. Hayton wins the faceoff. It comes back to the point. Walking the line, it'll go into the corner to Gunther. Gunther looking back to the blue line, gets it back there. Swept over by Durzi. Pass down low. Sprawling to block. Good play made there by Brody. He just refused to let the pass come in front of the net. And the Leafs are able to ice the puck now with a minute 4 left to play in the period.
He would have been a great goalie in the 80s, eh?
Yes, he would have.
That sprawling style.
Brought to center, the Coyotes get it in on the right wing. A saucer pass back, and it was chipped wide of the Leaf net. Hayton down the left wing boards trying to free it up. It goes back of the net for Schmaltz. Schmaltz into the corner, had it swept away, back into the corner. He gets it to the far wing. A pass in front was deflected just wide of the Leaf net. 35 seconds left to go in the period. 52 seconds in the power play. Bobby McMahon has his man pushed up against the boards. This scrum is ticking the clock down nicely. The puck still up against the wall. Finally dug free, and a centering pass went off a leg. And a diving play by McMahon is able to punch the puck out at center ice. Brought back in again by the Coyotes. On the right wing side, a centering pass. Scores! Dylan Gunther in the slot. The Leafs couldn't ice the puck, and the power play makes it 4-3.
2 penalties taken in the offensive zone. Killed off the first one, but Arizona would score a few seconds later, and now it happens again. Bobby McMahon, a great job to get the puck out. You know what? The Leafs had a delayed penalty coming up as well. Willie Nylander, the Leafs are still going to be shorthanded. Looking from the angle on the replay, you can see the official's arm went up. The trail official. So not only have the Arizona Coyotes scored with 6.9 seconds left in the period, but Nylander goes to the penalty box. And now this is where it bothers you, the slash on Matt Domi. Now you've influenced the game. You're not going to call this, but you're going to have somebody call one behind the net. And I'm not saying they weren't legitimate calls, but now it's the one you didn't call that was right in front of you. And this game is turned around, and the Leafs give up 3 in the second period, only score 1. So that 3-0 first period lead is now 4-3 in Arizona with a power play to start the third.
Well, more to speak about and talk about and reflect upon.
Wow. Excuse me. Wow. Boy, did things turn around real quick. Brutal is right, Russian Troll Farm. Brutal is right. The Leafs just letting this one slip through their fingers. Now, it's interesting what they're talking about in regarding to the officials kind of managing the game. And yeah, Dallas, that just happened. This is something we've talked about a lot. We actually haven't talked about it too much this season, but we've talked about it a lot in the past, where the officials are blatantly looking at the play. They see something happen and they neglect to call it because they say, no, we're just going to let it go. No sense in calling it. Well, all of a sudden now, again, it's a 1-goal game and the Coyotes are putting some power play points up on the board, and it's just not good. But overall, 29 shots for the Maple Leafs, 20 for the Coyotes. It hits the Coyotes out hitting the Maple Leafs. They're winning the face-offs. The Leafs 2 for 5 on the power play, 1 for 3 the Coyotes. So the Leafs not getting any power play chances really in that period. They're struggling right now. It still says no giveaways. I find that hard to believe. I think they've turned over the puck just a little bit. 6 though for the Coyotes. All in all, this was the Coyotes period. The Coyotes ran away with it here in the second, putting 3 goals up on the board. For those that have missed it, if you missed the goal scorers in the second period, it was McKelly with his 9th from Bugstad, Hayton with his 3rd from Kerfoot and Brown, Matthews with number 51 from Marner and Brody, another assist for Marner, and then it was Gunther, his 6th from Keller and Durzi. So they're making a game of it. Shots were about equal in that period, 13-14 for Arizona, 13 for Toronto. So they definitely upped the shots much better than the first period there. Toronto's got to wake up. We kind of been talking about it all period. They've been a little sluggish here. Not a great performance here in the second. Lori, how's it going? Great to see you. Welcome in. Montreal, they lost to Buffalo earlier today, 3-2. Philly takes down Chicago 3-1. Looks like second intermission, Columbus and Anaheim. They are tied at 4s right now. And Boston up 3-1 over the Edmonton Oilers. The Oilers are in a little bit of a slump after they went on that incredible run. They certainly have been slumping a little bit since then, but boy, have they put themselves back in a much better position within the standings. So go Oilers, go. Let's see what they can do. There should be people in the stands with BB guns to keep the zebras honest. That's so funny, Mark. You know, what it comes down to is accountability, right? Accountability. How do they make these officials not manage the game? Because we've seen this in so many plays and so many replays when the official is staring right at the infraction and they just let it go. I think, and we've talked about this before, you gotta put them in front of the media. When the game is over, the winning coach talks to the media, the losing coach talks to the media. Have your head official come out and address the media, or have a spokesman. If you're afraid the refs are going to get bombarded, have a spokesman that meets with the officials after the game, gets all their notes, and then comes out and explains the calls or the non-calls to the media. Put them on the stand. I think that would make a huge difference in these games. I'm tired of seeing these clips, the mic'd up clips, where the officials are saying, hey, keep it up and I'll get you next time. I'll give you the next one. I'll do this. I'll do that. There's too much of that management going on. Now, I also understand you can't call every single penalty because otherwise every shift you're going to be calling a slash, a cross check, a trip. It happens on every shift. So sure, you say if it's a scoring opportunity, then it's a penalty. If it's on the hands, it's a penalty. Whatever it is, clearly defined. We are going to call a penalty in these cases and take the guesswork out of it. That make being striped so much harder. It would, Russian. It would totally make it being harder. But you know, if you watch hockey at all levels, not just the NHL, if you watch from the lowest house league levels into select and rep hockey and all the way up, the officiating is a problem. You know, you watch house league hockey today, and listen, kudos for the officials. They let them play for the most part. But then they start picking and choosing. They start making a couple calls here and there. Now the coaches start yelling, two teams. If you're going to start calling one team, you got to call it evenly on the other. Then the parents start getting mad saying, well, why are you making this call, but you're letting this other stuff go? And that creates a much worse environment for these officials. I heard firsthand at a house league game, the officials come off the ice after the coaches are blasting them, right, for not making calls. And the 15 or 16-year-old kid that was officiating the game comes off the ice and says, what does it matter? It's house league. Anybody refereeing that comes off the ice saying, what does it matter? It's house league. That's the problem in the games today. It doesn't matter that it's house league. Maybe there are kids, they're only good enough to play house league. They don't want to play super competitive. They want to play for fun, so they play house league. Don't screw up the game because you don't like this coach, so you're going to call more penalties on them or selectively let things go. It doesn't matter what age group, what skill level you're at. If you're going to be an official, call the bloody game. Saying it's just house league, it doesn't matter. I don't care. That's where kids get frustrated and kids start getting hurt because the officials aren't doing their job. And listen, I get it. It's hard. It's a hard job to do, but they got to be held accountable. Liz, I don't think I don't think it would happen. I think it needs to happen, because if all of a sudden officials at the top level are starting to be held accountable, that's going to trickle all the way down through the leagues, right? If you start holding people accountable, that means officials are going to have to train their officials a little bit better. So as you start learning to be an official, I believe, at least in Ontario, I think you only have to be 14 years old to be able to enroll in the officials course and start refereeing games. At 14, if you start learning what does it matter at the age of 14, by the time they're in their 20s and they're officiating pro hockey, well, that mentality is going to go right with them. You gotta be accountable. I don't know what job anybody has where they can say, what does it matter if I do my job or don't do my job? Like, if my employees are saying, well, you know what? Yeah, I saw it happen, but I didn't think it was a big deal, so I let it slide, and then the whole project collapsed, you'd be out of here. Like, you gotta do the job that's put in front of you. It's crazy. That's right, Prep. It is where kids learn. It's nuts. And crazy, that's a whole other point. Peros and the Player Safety Commission is a joke. Now listen, I understand with Morgan Riley, Gary Bettman upholding the 5 games. There was an 11-page document the NHL published that went into detail the situation. It talked about the examples the NHLPA and Morgan Riley presented. It talked about what Morgan Riley admitted to and what he was feeling in his actions. It was this crazy document. I know when Shane Pinto got suspended 41 games for gambling, there was no such document provided. I think all that came out was a tweet that said he was suspended. So in the player safety, there's no consistency. There doesn't matter what precedents you set. It's just real bad. And hey, thanks for hitting the thumbs down. I appreciate it. It doesn't matter. It's all good. Whether if you don't like what we're doing, hey, that's all right. We're not for everybody, but thanks for at least giving us a chance. My dad said you need new gear. You better make Junior B or Junior A. Hey, Jansen, how's it going, by the way? Yeah, listen, it's a problem, right? It's a problem all the way around. And what we need is a proper, when we're talking now at the NHL level, player safety, you need a proper organization to say, hey, a hit to the head is going to be X number of games, regardless of the scenario. We just saw a goalie get suspended, put his stick up. I think it was in a Nashville player's face as he was coming around behind the net. The goalie lifted the stick and got the butt end in the player's face. You know, totally intentional call, totally caught him in the head. It was not a hockey play, and he just got fined. Now, I'm not saying it's worth a suspension, but just got fined. Trouba with the Hulk smash gets $5,000. Right, and how many times have we seen a baseball swing hitting somebody in the head, hitting someone in the hands, and all they get is a fine? There's no consistency, and that's the problem. As a player, you don't know exactly what's the suspension, what's a fine. Not that Morgan Riley was thinking about it, saying, well, if I do this, I'm going to get this. If I do that, I'm going to get that. But at least know, right? Know, oh, I just cross-checked him in the head. I know I'm going to get 5 games. It's crazy. Family, good night. Chris, thank you so much. I'm feeling so much better. My voice is a little bit tired at this point, the end of the day after a full day. But I'm feeling great. We're here. This has been a fun game. It's been an entertaining game. It's exciting. We're going to be here tomorrow for night 2 of the back-to-back, where Vegas is going to be taking on these Maple Leafs. That is going to be a true test. Morgan Riley will be back in the lineup. It's going to be an awesome game. Vegas is a big, solid team. It is going to be wild. Do your voice. I better take it easy. Oh, we'll be ready for playoffs. Don't you worry. I got the tea here. We're going the tea in the Samwelb B12 mug, which, by the way, if you want to support the channel with some merch, we got mugs, we got hats, we got t-shirts, all the good stuff. You can link to it right from the video or from our channel, or go to our website, samwelb12experience.com. You can get our store there and check out all of our merch. Players are going to take stupid penalties. Keith should impose a 2K5 yeah, and donate it to me, Phil. That would be awesome. Peros is too buddy to lay a hard line. Well, and I think that's part of the issue. I don't know how buddy he is with a lot of the players today. I mean, he's long since removed from his playing career. But how you take a goon, a fighter, a dirty player, and put them in charge of player safety, that makes zero sense to me at all. Stone is out for Vegas. Yeah, what's up? Is it his back again? Is he having more back issues? I haven't looked into Vegas to see their injuries yet. True test tomorrow night. It will be for sure. Krista, Morgan Riley. So when they played Ottawa and Greg slap shot the puck into the open net, Morgan Riley kind of went to tell him, hey, that's not cool. And he cross-checked him in the head. So he got that 5-game suspension. And it's pretty crazy. That's like nice, Sam. But I remember when you first started out. Hey, like, right? It's crazy. It's crazy. Thank you so much, Chris. I appreciate it. It has been such a journey. It has been such an amazing road. We've met so many amazing people on this journey towards 10K. You know, it's funny that we're even talking about it. And I can't believe it's here. And that's right. When we hit 9,900, we're giving away, or we're opening the contest to give away those hockey tickets, which is crazy. We're sitting 6 subscribers away from 9,850. If we can end up tonight, if we can finish tonight at 9,850, and then maybe we're blessed enough to pick up another 50 tomorrow, we could be opening up this contest for the weekend to have people start entering in and getting ready for the pair of Leaf tickets. They're great seats. Maybe I'll let you guys know at intermission. I'm not going to tell you exactly where the seats are, but all I'm going to tell you is they're pretty much at center ice. They're pretty much dead center ice. If you've watched a stream from the Scotiabank Arena before, you'll know the exact viewpoint. Obviously, when you're streaming from the phone, it looks a little further away, but they are dead center ice. 2 Leaf tickets for you and a friend or a family member to go down to the Scotiabank Arena and enjoy the Leaf game. It is, it's going to be a good time. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. And if you haven't already told your friends, family, go ahead and give them a shout out and say, hey, let's double up. And if I win, I'll take you. If you win, you take me. And it's going to be awesome. I love going to the games. I haven't actually had a chance to go to too many games this year because I feel like I've been sick forever. But it's so good. Going to the games is such a great experience. The fans or the folks at the Scotiabank Arena put on a good show. So it's real cool. Chris, thanks, man. Nah, they're for you. They're for whoever wins to go and enjoy for a great experience. So only found you after the Cats beat the Bruins. Cats are my third team. That's right, Curtis. Cats are my second team. Right? Love my Panthers. I got my Panther hat right here beside me. Always ready to rep the Panthers when they're rocking and rolling. This has been a good year. We got our first Panther jersey this year. Picked up our Verhaeghe jersey, Carter Verhaeghe. My boy, love the Panthers. The Leafs will always be my number one. And if they're gonna meet again in the playoffs this year, oh boy, it's gonna be an absolute doozy. Forget Sam taking Dina. Prep abs. Oh my gosh, you two would tear it up. You two would tear up the town. That would be crazy. We enter the draw. Yeah, it's gonna be a contest when we open it up. You're gonna go in and enter it, and it's gonna run from when we hit 9,900 to when we hit 10K. So for that 100 subscriber period, however long it takes, that's as long as the contest is gonna win or is gonna run. And then once we hit 10K, we're gonna announce the winner. Crazy Canuck. A bunch of slap shot wannabes. Listen, they're a good team. They're a good team. Barkov is very underrated. He's awesome. Verhaeghe is awesome. Oh, Colin coming in, dropping that freeze. Colin freezing me in carbonite. Getting that freeze on. All right, intermission is just about done. We're just waiting for them to come back up, and then we'll get back to the third period and see if the Leafs can do this. There you go, 5 away now, 5 subscribers away. So as you see new people coming in the chat, let everybody know, hit that subscribe. 5 away. Can we get there tonight? What a night this is going to be. Will Matthews get another hat trick? That is the question. Can he do it? Yes or no? Tell me in the chat. Yes or no? Does Matthews get the hat trick? In the meantime, we're going to go back over to the game screen and get ready, get set. Third period coming right up. Thanks, everybody. See you at the next break.
Marner now has 13 assists in his last 5 games. He's got 3 in this one. William Nylander is on the board. Everything offensively has been fine. The Leafs were up 3-0 in the first period. But they are up 4-3 heading to the third with work to be done in the final 20 minutes. And if they're going to extend a winning streak to a season-high 5 games, they're going to have to play a lot better in their own end and maybe play a little more in the other end. And they're going to have to start on the penalty kill.
I think that the goal that bugs you the most is the first one. Everybody's stuck on the left wing side. Puck comes to the weak side. Timothy Liljegren backed off instead of challenging. And the 3-1 goal was the goal that, to me, got the Arizona Coyotes interested in this game again.
Well, they're interested now because they're on the power play, moving from left to right on your radio dial. And the Coyotes will get to center and drop it back. Brought on now by Schmaltz, who gets it in on the right side. Gunther works to the left wing side. The pass in front of the goal, and it was just off a stick. And the Leafs unable to clear. They chop at it, goes high in the air. Volleyball, but it's going to be pushed out into neutral ice. Gunther is back there again. Played in on the left wing boards. It comes dropped back now for Schmaltz. Schmaltz works into the corner, has a man out in front of the net, and Zucker. It'll come back towards the blue line, then swept around the boards to the far side, cut off by Gunther. Leafs are able to free it up, but they can't sweep it down the ice as Marner missed it. Now to the near side of the one-timer. Oh, and that was blocked by McCabe, and he's up limping from that. Centering pass, sprawling there was Brody to block. And now the Coyotes with another shot, and this one's high and wide. Kept alive on the near side. Keller working down into the corner. Trying to drop it back. It'll come back to the blue line. Quickly over from Durzi. Now back to Durzi, just kept in. Arizona getting it back to the blue line. Durzi's shot, that's deflected and may have got to Samsonov, who clears into the corner. 24 seconds left in the power play. Back to the point, near side. Centering pass on the left wing side for Gunther, and a shot that was blocked. Trying to get to it on the far side was David Kampf. Trying to push it up the wall. He's got it on his stick but can't get it out. Neither could Marner, who was sprawling there to try to intercept the pass. Kept alive by Keller. Keller looking back to the blue line for Gunther. Shot to the side of the goal is intercepted, and the Leafs get it out. And out of the penalty box, Nylander. He's got a partial breakaway. Scores! Holy mackerel, what a dagger! Willie Nylander steps out of the box and takes it coast to coast. And the Leafs have a 5-3 lead.
Seconds before that, TJ Brody and Mitch Marner were unable to clear the zone. Maybe part of the master plan to wait until Nylander came out of the box. But a fortunate carom off the left wing boards slowly, and then it slowly makes its way to center ice as William Nylander comes charging out of the penalty box. And Nylander coming in off the left wing snaps it past Vejmelka, second of the game, and number 30 for Willie. There's a nod, or 31?
30 and 31 tonight, Ralphie. And boy, he beat the glove hand of Vejmelka. He'd never even flinched. A point shot is deflected wide of the net by Samsonov.
You really felt as soon as Nylander got it, this was going in, didn't you?
Oh, yeah. Played to the line and out, and now another race as Nylander is in pursuit, but he's going to be beaten to the puck by J.J. Moser. And the Coyotes back in their own zone will start out at center ice. Backhanded in on the left wing. Bukestad goes after it. Couldn't get it in front of the net. They'll try the near side. That's drawing a crowd, and Tavares is able to come away with it. Round back of the net, and now to the near corner, and it'll be defenseman Marshall Rafai getting it, and the Leafs are able to flip it deep into Arizona territory. A huge goal from William Nylander.
Coming after a huge penalty kill.
Coming after a really marginal penalty call. Played out and down on the left wing. Trying to drive the net. Big save, and the rebound is stopped by Samsonov. Leafs guilty of being over-aggressive in the center ice area, and just one defender back. And two good plays, two good saves made by Samsonov. Now Matthews working in, doesn't shoot it. Works to the left wing boards. Slid it back in around for Marner. Marner couldn't come up with it. Knies is able to get a piece of it, but it goes high in the air and it'll bounce to center ice. Marner to Knies. Knies in it, trying to get a shot away, but he was too well covered. Played into the slot area. Leafs unable to keep it in, but Marner is back in neutral ice with it, and he'll give it back to the defense, who play it up on the left wing, and trying to get it into the zone is Knies. Matthews is there as well. Knies backhanding it, and that's the signal for a change of players to start. Gregor is into the forecheck for the Maple Leafs. 6 of the last 10 games, the Coyotes have allowed 5 or more goals, and that's why you're 0-9-1 at this point. A lead pass springs Brody. Left wing side. Brody almost split the defense there. I think he was more surprised that he was in a position to do it. As we get an icing call here against Arizona. It was kind of, okay, now what do I do now? I haven't been here in a while.
The Leafs get a little bit of a break, or maybe a lot of a break, to Connor Ingram. Goaltender that's had a fantastic year for the Arizona Coyotes. I mean, despite where they are in the standings, he's 17-13-2, 2.76 goals against average, .912 save percentage. It's pretty good on a team that the bottom part of the standings in the National Hockey League. The 13th in the West.
Velmelka catches with his right hand, and Nylander beat that cleanly. Far side, another shot from the point. Velmelka down, and the puck is there. And boy, Mr. Bertuzzi's got a little burr in his saddle today, doesn't? Well, maybe he's got it in his salad too. I don't know.
Yeah, he and Willie Nylander both seem to be a little bit on the sour side. I guess you can throw Max Domi in as well, right?
Yeah. Face off, and Nylander's going to take the draw in the circle to the left of the Arizona goal. Well, he was, and then he just got waved out by the linesman. So Max Domi is going to move in again. And Domi wins it cleanly, and then Bertuzzi couldn't get a backhand away. And the Coyotes have iced the puck again, and another icing coming here. And it'll be brought back into the Arizona end of the rink.
15:08 to go, and I know you bring this up in games where it's very relevant. It's 7 of the 8 goals scored at one end of the ice. Am I right on that?
Yeah,
Just the
well, that's
Matthews
because
goal.
the Matthews clan has tickets down in that end of the rink, I believe.
They should have moved in the second period.
You know what? I'll send Brian Matthews a note saying, you know what? You got to be moving on this. You can't be just stationary down
It'd be 7-1 now.
Exactly.
Had they done that.
Draw one by the Leafs. It comes back to the point, right wing side. Long shot is being deflected down into the corner. Centered in front of the net, went right by Nick Robertson. Schmaltz chased by Robertson. Bertuzzi out there as well, and played to the line and just into the Leaf zone, and off a skate. It'll go to Brody in the far corner. Nice move to bank it ahead. Bertuzzi gets it to the line, but not out. The puck's still free. Now Bertuzzi has pushed it out, and so has Domi. And Domi down the right wing has a man trailing. Here's a shot by Domi, and it was just off the mark wide. Robertson was trying to jump into the slot area, but Max couldn't find him. And now it's cleared in over the line as Domi is heading to the bench. Brought back in now by David Camp. Camp down the boards, playing it around back of the net. Pontus Holmberg works to the near side, spins away from a check, centered in front of the net, out of the reach of Camp. Defenseman moves in. Benoit getting it back. Benoit on the left side with a shot. That was deflected by Holmberg, but it went high and wide, and it's cleared out and down into the Leaf zone. Camp will go back. Looks up ice to find Gregor. His tip pass didn't connect, and the Coyotes are back in their own zone with Sean Durzi. Durzi drops it off. Carried to the line and in by defenseman Kesselring. Played around back of the Toronto goal. Reversed nicely there. And with time and space, Rafai gets it out. Leafs make a nice move, and guess who it is? Matthews across the line for Knies, looking for that goal in front of his family as a pass then by Matthews. Maybe the only bad thing he's done all night. A bad pass back to the blue line was well out of the reach there of Max Lajoie.
You might hear about that on the drive.
Oh, don't
Dad.
you think Dad will have that? Hey, come on now. At center, it is shot in by Rafai. Down the boards and into the corner. Comes around on the near boards. Cooley will get it out and down the ice, and another icing. One of the neatest things that I've had happen in my broadcasting career, and you were part of it, is that first game in Ottawa when Matthews scored the 4 goals, and we went back to the hotel, and Emma and Brian Matthews were in the bar, and we met them for the very first time. And we were able to get my calls of those goals sent to us like we have done tonight. I've sent his 50th goal call to Brian Matthews, and to have them hear it and literally be in tears and whatnot, that was a really, really neat thing to have happen to both of us.
You didn't edit me out?
Oh, yeah, I did. Forgot about that. Well, you know what? We didn't have enough tape, eh?
At least give me the second one.
All right, they're going to go to a commercial break. They're jibber-jabbering, but they're going to a commercial break. Thank you all so much. We did it 98.50. Way to go, everybody. Absolutely killer job. We're almost at 175 likes as well, so keep hitting that thumbs up. But thank you so much for hitting that subscribe. That means we're now 50 subscribers away from opening up the 10K contest. And if you're just tuning in, if you missed the announcement, when we hit 10K, we're giving away a pair of Leaf tickets to the Scotiabank Arena. So if you're in the Toronto area or coming down to the Toronto area or are near the Toronto area, you can win a pair of Leaf tickets. Why not make a full day of it? Come down, go to the Hockey Hall of Fame, hang out, grab a bite, go down to the Scotiabank Arena, or just come down for the game, hop on the train, take it down. It's going to be a great night. So more details to come on the seat location and the game. I have it. I have the tickets. We need to make sure timing wise when we hit the 10K, because, you know, I want to give people more than a day's notice to kind of get there. So thank you so much for supporting our channel, hitting that subscribe button, hanging out with us all night long. Can't wait to give away a pair of Leaf tickets. And of course, when whoever wins, when you go to the game, you got to take some pictures and share them over with me, and we'll post those on our social media. So you can follow us on Facebook or Instagram, both the Samwelb 12 Experience. You can check those out. Make sure on the game stream, make sure you're live. Make sure your live button is red so you're not falling behind. It's 5-3. Leafs trying to shut this one down. We got about 12 and a half minutes to go. Thank you again for all the subscribes and the support, and let's get back at it.
Is the fact that TJ Brody's got 3 assists tonight as the Coyotes bring it in on a sharp angle shot that was handled there easily by Samsonov. I really think you got to keep TJ Brody on the left side. Now a 2-on-1 here for the Leafs. Looking for Gregor in front, and a shot taken by Holmberg is smothered, and then Holmberg gets filled in at the side of the goal.
A couple of 2-on-1s of the Leafs here in the third period. Max Domi and now Holmberg, both coming off the right wing side. Noah Gregor just really hadn't caught up to the play, had he? Had to stay on side.
Yeah, there wasn't an option, was it? And
it was Matt Dumba that was back.
Yep.
Really did take away the pass option. And if you're Holmberg, why wouldn't you throw it towards the net? He's gone 13 without a goal.
Leafs 5, Arizona 3.
I got to say this, with Bobby McMahon now scoring 7 goals in his last 5 games. That's still secondary scoring.
Yep. Oh, maybe not, eh?
No.
When does it become primary scoring?
When you hit 50.
Oh, okay. All right. Down into the Leaf zone it goes. Played on the backhand by Hayton towards the point. Kept in there and ripped around the wall. 2 collisions in front of the net. And Rafai was giving it to one of the Coyotes there as it's pushed out at center ice for McMahon. McMahon got it freed up and a 2-on-1 coming here with Tavares. Shooting, scores! John Tavares coming off that right wing, an even strength goal. The first in this calendar year. And the Leafs have a 6-3 lead.
Just talked about his goal scoring, Joe, but Bobby McMahon hunts this puck down, knocks it out over the Leaf line, hunts it down, takes his man to the boards, and then kicks it. Up to Tyler Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi quickly relays it to John Tavares coming down the right wing side. And the Leaf captain from the faceoff dot. I mean, these are ones, I know it's the perfect shot over the glove under the crossbar. But from a goaltender standpoint, you got to make these if there's any chance of a comeback. But the Leafs instead have regained a 3-goal lead that disappeared in the second period.
Boys, seats behind that net are almost worth the price of admission in that small rink.
But Bobby McMahon makes a great play. And it's more noticeable because Tavares scores. But the extra effort to get it out and then chase it down, take his man, and set up Tavares.
Domi getting it up on the boards. Nylander couldn't get it out initially. Domi's going to help out by looking cross ice, and he finds Bertuzzi. Bertuzzi into the half boards on the left wing. Cycling it around the boards or into the corner. Now comes out with it. A centering pass. That went off a skate, and Arizona's able to break it out with Brown getting to center and shooting it in. Keller goes into the forecheck but can't come up with it. And Liljegren getting it to the line, but it's going to go off a stick and back towards the net. Now it's centered in front of the goal. Cut off there nicely by Matthews. And Knies gets it ahead at center for Marner. Marner sends it in over the line. I have a crisp new $5 bill that says in the next 10 minutes and 20 seconds, when this threesome is on the ice, that they're going to see if they can't get Matthew Knies a goal or at least a real good scoring chance.
Well, pretty sure you've had that crisp new $5 bill in your wallet for about 36 years now. What time is it?
Well, it is, Chris. Maybe not so new. Long shooting, directed wide of the net by Velmelka. Oh, Mr. Moneybags over here. You got the man with penguin arms. Along the boards, it comes to the near side. Gregor gets it out, and it'll come out at center ice.
I have. Every time the Porter has ordered me to open up the bank account, I've done it.
Oh, good. Played out into the center ice area by Toronto. And Leaf fans are enjoying this one right now. They scored 3 in the first period. They've scored 2 more here on that net in the third. Coyotes keep the puck in, left wing side, sharp angle shot, knocked aside there by Samsonov, and Rafai will start out of his own zone. Marshall Rafai comes to center and plays it in over the line. You know, everybody talked about the scramble as here's Tavares in with a shot, and it's going to be swallowed up by Velmelka. About Riley being out, how are they going to do this? Timmins is out. Lagesson is out. It just does show you the depth in the organization, but when someone gets a chance, they run with it.
But the other 4 guys on the ice.
All right, they're going for a commercial break again. Nice to see John Tavares get in there and get one. Awesome for him. He's struggled as of late. I mean, nothing to hide there, but it was a beauty play by McMahon. McMahon really got in there. He did all the work, feeds it over to Robertson. Robertson with a beauty pass, and Tavares just buries it. I mean, absolutely spectacular play by this line. And Bobby McMahon, holy cow, this kid just keeps getting better and better game in and game out. Wow. I mean, great to see. But we got 2 Leafs now on the verge of getting a hat trick. Will it be Willie? Will it be Matthews? I'd love to see Matthews get one, get his 7th hat trick of the year. I mean, Matthews has had more hat tricks himself this year than most teams in the NHL altogether, which is absolutely insane. I think the Edmonton Oilers as a team, as a unit, only have like 5 hat tricks or something like that. So what Matthews is doing is absolutely insane. So let's see if he can keep doing it. Again, thank you everybody so much for hanging out with us here tonight. I know it's a late one on the East Coast. There's about 9 minutes left in this game. We will be right back here tomorrow to do it all again. 10 p.m. Eastern start, Toronto and Vegas. That's going to be a doozy anytime they play Vegas. It's a great, great game. I'm looking forward to that one. I'm happy to see the Leafs pulling away here. Again, a 3-goal lead. Hopefully they don't do anything crazy. But thanks for joining us. And there we go. We passed 175 likes. So you guys are just amazing. Let's go back to the booth now for the call and see what happens the rest of this period.
And 8 minutes and 40 seconds left to go here in the third period as it's brought in with a pass into the slot area in the Leaf zone, but it's knocked away. McMahon able to punch it to the line, but pokes it out, and now here's Bobby McMahon on the left wing. McMahon in across the line, little stutter step to gain ice back of the net. Taken to the boards with the puck in his skates. Grabbed off by Robertson. Robertson comes out of the scrum, still with it, got a shot away. And Velmelka had to cover up on that and hold for a faceoff.
McMahon with Robertson and Camp here. They don't get the shift in. You're looking at the golden stick.
Yeah, and it's black, but there's white around the large part of the knob. So I know you thought that maybe he had just black, right?
Dave Powell, a friend of mine, just asked me the question. There is a rule that says that the knob of the goalie stick has got to be white tape. That obviously helps with video reviews and everything else, not to confuse it with the puck.
Now, I think what we're seeing is that it's white, but it's not fresh white tape. It may have a little wear on it or whatever. At least the last time I saw it. We'll check again. And we get a offside here.
I mean, it does
look black, doesn't it? Yeah.
At the end of it, the official rule, and thanks to David for bringing that up. What do we got here? It is Rule 10.2. Covers the goalie stick. In the case of a goalkeeper's stick, there shall be a knob of white tape or some other protective material approved by the league. This knob must not be less than 1/2 inch thick on the top of the shaft. So, but it sure looks.
Yeah,
it might be black tape all the way to the top.
Yeah. I don't think it is lettering from the manufacturer.
Well, at least I've already got 6 on them, so I wouldn't challenge it.
Yeah. Let's get that called right about now, shall we? That'd be just dandy. Around the boards in the Arizona area, played out and down the ice, off a stick, so no icing, and the puck is back of the Toronto goal. Domi starts out at center. Max gets to center on the right side for Nylander, driving the net. Nylander tries to center, couldn't get it to Domi in the crowd. And the Coyotes start out of their own zone. They'll get it to center and in. Poked off a stick. Leafs recovered again. Nicely played ahead by Knies. Matthews slides it into the left wing corner, and Knies trying to get in there on the forecheck. Takes his man in against the boards and both to the ice. It comes back along the near boards, and it gets past Marner and out at center ice. And Carson got it into the center ice area. Left wing side, Rafai sends it down into the Arizona into the rink. 6:18 to play in the third. And the Coyotes will break it down to the left wing side, trying to get into the slot area with Zucker, but they don't get him the puck. Now back to the point, trapped there by Dursey. Dursey with a shot that is blocked and clearly flipped out now by Max Lajoie to center ice. Kerfoot skips back in on the right side. Drop pass with Kerfoot in front of the net, but off the stick of Tavares. A wrist shot taken by Barrett Hayton clears the glass and goes into the screen and out of play.
And they're going to take another commercial break. You know, it's the third period when every stoppage in play ends up being a commercial break. We got about 6 minutes left to go. This one is a doozy. The Leafs with that 6-3 lead. Again, 2 goals from Matthews, 2 goals from Nylander. Tavares with a goal. Bobby McMann with a goal. Awesome to see McMann and Tavares getting in there on the scoring. I mean, Bobby McMann, this guy, we were talking about him at the last break. He's so good. And, you know, it makes you wonder now what the Leafs are going to do come trade deadline. Who are they going to move? What are they going to do? Are they going to pick up some defense? Going to be very interesting. Oh, but this one, man, these late night games, brutal. Reminds me of the Olympics. Remember when we did Olympic hockey and those games started at 11, went to like 2 in the morning? Crazy. Again, Beth, thank you so much for hitting that subscribe. Thanks all the new subscribers and new viewers tonight. Really, really appreciate it. Your support has been amazing. And of course, I'm happy so many of you have found us tonight as we are counting down to 10K subscribers. 146 remaining. Our 10K giveaway. The contest is going to open at 46 more subscribers. So thank you all. It's been a blast, an absolute blast. I know my voice is starting to go because it is late, but it's not going to stop us. We'll be here till this game is done, and we'll be right back tomorrow for Vegas and the Leafs. Can Matthews continue his hot play tomorrow? Tomorrow's going to be a real test because the Vegas team is going to be the hardest they've had in their last 5 or last 6 games. All right. Let's pick it back up, and here we go.
Ralph back here as the Maple Leafs have a 6-3 lead, and the case of the black tape knob on the goalie stick.
Looks gray, doesn't it? Looks worn, like you said.
Yeah. Pass into the slot area, and a backhand try. It was blocked there as Schmaltz couldn't get the shot away. 5:30 to play in the third period. Leafs want to nurse this one home, and now McMahon will backhand it into the zone. Out of the net comes Velmalka to get it ahead, and the Coyotes get it out at center. They are going to be 0-10-1 in their last 11 games. And they started the season out fairly well. But
and again, Connor Ingram, the goaltender, was a big part of that.
Yep. But it has gone south in a hurry. Brought back in again now by a driving try there by Cooley. And
Simon Benoit lost an edge and took the net out.
Cooley making a nice drive to the net on the backhand, but Benoit stayed right with him.
Good that he's okay after that collision that happened in the second period.
Well, you can skate, Caddy. And Benoit lost an edge and then got up. Bit of a grin on his face, but is okay.
I mean, really, I don't know what you would take as the, you know, aside from Austin Matthews and the goal scoring and everything else. My three favorite stories for the Leafs so far have been Bobby McMann, Simon Benoit, and the rebound of Ilya Samsonov. I mean, I think that's probably
fair.
the one you feel the best about because, you know, somebody that's at a point in the season, point in their career that they think, man, if I can't get this back, is it over? Samsonov took some time off. They assigned him to the Marlies, but didn't play in the American League. And then, we said right before the All-Star break, looked as good, if not better, than he ever has in a Leaf uniform.
Back-to-back games. Martin Jones may play tomorrow against the Vegas Golden Knights.
Joseph Wall has been sent to the Toronto Marlies on a conditioning stint. I would never tell him this, but I myself was sent to the American League in a conditioning stint.
He's getting good condition?
I should be by now. Nobody ever checked on me.
Nobody ever checked?
No.
No. It's been, how many years now have you been conditioning? The centering pass goes off a stick, and the Leafs are going to get it out at center.
I don't think I could grow a beard when I started.
Yeah, they're not all that they're cracked up to be. They could be somewhat permanent.
Now, there is, I remember a story, Jerry Cheevers wrote a book, which was a diary. He was talking about a player that was sent to the American League for conditioning. They said, go down for a couple of weeks and work your way back. Get some ice time. 2 weeks later, players showed back up. Harry Sinden, then the coach said, what the hell are you doing here? He said, my 2 weeks are up. He said, get the hell back to the minors. We'll tell you when it's time.
So he had the calendar working.
Yeah.
Yeah, good idea. Wonder why he hasn't phoned. Pass goes high over top of the Leaf goal into the far corner. 3:50 left in the third period. A shot deflects wide of Samsonov, and it is grabbed by Brody, and he quickly gets it ahead, and it is sent out at center ice and backhanded into the zone by Tyler Bertuzzi. You did say 2 weeks.
Yeah. God, I love that book. It was somewhat similar to Jim Bouton's Ball 4.
Yeah.
In the early 70s.
Lajoie to center, tried to hit a winger, but it's brought on by Tavares, and he tried to hold things up to allow a teammate to get back on side, but didn't wait long enough, and Bobby McMahon and his efforts to get out of the zone couldn't make it in time, and so we have an offside with a face-off coming outside the Arizona blue line. Lots of stories to talk about. Rocket McMahon still scoring goals. Austin Matthews now with 51. Mitch Marner on an assist tear. And William Nylander with a pair of goals to give him 31. Oh yeah, and TJ Brody has 3 assists as the puck is around back of the net. Leafs unable to come out with it. Played down into the corner. And it'll be bounced out into the center ice area, and McCabe goes back, playing it up into the slot area, and the Leafs regroup with Lajoie, getting it back to McCabe, who finds Gregor. Noah Gregor to center. Works in on the left wing. Couldn't get a shot away. Plays it around the boards. Cut off there by the Coyotes, and with 2.5 minutes to go in the third period, it'll be brought back out. TJ Brody is also +2 on the night. And you really have to think, we've said it a couple of times, he's so much more comfortable over on the left side, his natural side, than he is on the right side. Brought out now by Arizona. Kerfoot sends it down into the corner. Played off the boards and out at center for McMahon. McMahon's pass was partially blocked and quickly shot back into the Leaf end. Far side for Benoit. Takes his man to the boards. That frees the puck up for the captain. And Tavares will get it outlet out at center. And a hit in the center ice area.
Well, that was
out
Brown.
Of camera range now. Is that
Brown
Bertuzzi,
and McMahon, I think it was.
Yeah, was it? All right. Brought back in over the line. The pass in on the right side. Comes back to the point for Arizona. Down into the corner, and a quick shot taken there by Keller was blocked, and it's cleared. Out and down the ice, and Bertuzzi's going to negate icing. The goaltender has to come out and play it, as a matter of fact. And it's over on the far side, and the Leafs come away with it there, but unable to penetrate was McCabe. And 1:18 left to go in the hockey game. The Leafs will pick up their 70th point of the season, their 31st win overall, and their 16th on the road this season. Here the Coyotes launching it deep into the Toronto end. Centering pass, rolled in on the goal, and in the blue paint, covered up by Samsonov. Sorry.
Sorry, did you have Brody with 3 assists?
I do.
They may have changed that.
Oh,
They got
okay.
him back to 2. I'm not sure which goal they would have taken it away from Brody.
Okay. Yep.
They've got him on Nylander's coming out of the penalty box.
All right. Okay. Then I changed it. Yeah.
And then the first one, which was on the goal by Bobby McMahon, the great setup.
I had Brody as an assist on the McMahon goal, Brody an assist on the Matthews second goal, and Brody on the assist on Nylander's goal. So maybe they have changed it.
Yeah, they've actually taken away the second goal.
Okay.
And I don't know why.
Assist.
I mean, Brody brought it to the net.
I thought so too. All right. The man's getting robbed is what you're telling me.
Yes.
Yes. 25 seconds left to go in the hockey game. Trying to drag it out in front of the net at the side of the goal with Pontus Holmberg. And the Coyotes with it in their own zone. Trying to make a long lead pass that Brody is going to cut off. And the final seconds are going to tick down here as the Leafs will just play it back into their own zone. Well, it was dicey in the second, but secured.
And that's going to do it. The game is coming to an end. The Leafs take it 6-3. What a great effort. Great job. The Maple Leafs go 5 for 5, winning 5 in a row while Morgan Riley is out on suspension. So great job, Maple Leafs. If you missed it or you don't feel like reading it down below, your goal scorers in this game are Bobby McMahon, his 9th from Brody and Liljegren. Austin Matthews, number 50 from Liljegren and Marner. William Nylander, his 30th from Marner and Tavares. Then in the second, it was McKelly from Bugstad, his 9th. Hayton, his 3rd from Kerfoot and Brown. Matthews, his 51st from Marner. Gunther, his 6th from Keller and Dursey. Then Nylander, his 31st from Brody. And then Tavares capped it off with his 16th from Robertson and Bobby McMahon. Overall, it was a fantastic game. The Leafs, they kind of disappeared in the second period, but boy, oh boy, did they come out in the end. Brody picking up the second star, or the third star, excuse me. Nylander, the second star. Austin Matthews, star number 1. There you go, Jonesy. You got the 6 right. It was awesome. Thank you guys so much for sticking around with us for tonight. If you haven't hit that subscribe, last chance for tonight, hit that subscribe. We appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern, to do it all over again as the Leafs take on the Vegas Golden Knights. I want to say thank you to our mods. Appreciate you guys so much for hanging out with us all night long, keeping things moving and safe. Thank you, Prep, for the super chats. Really appreciate it. Thank you to all of our channel members for supporting us through your memberships, and to all our new friends who found us tonight. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe. We appreciate it so much. I know we're getting close. We're going to be able to open up that contest soon, give away some Leaf tickets. So again, if you want to win some Leaf tickets, or maybe you're out of the country or nowhere near Toronto, but you know some people who are that would love to win some Leaf tickets, tell them about the channel, tell them to check us out and hit that subscribe. So thank you all so very much. For me and the Samwelb B12 family, we thank you. We'll see you tomorrow. Great job, Leafs. Go, Leafs, go. Good night, everyone. Have a good one, and thank you.
Experience it on Surf FC.